Right, we're starting the stream and we are live. Good afternoon to Rob. Welcome along.
Good afternoon, Stuart. Yeah, interesting lineup.
Right, we're starting the stream and we are live.
Today's
Good
game.
afternoon to the video. Rob. Hold on. Welcome along.
Yeah, the lineups is very similar to what we had the other night against Leeds. It's Elborg in goal, Alderetti, O'Nine, Ballard, Gertruda, Diarra, Riggy starting, Enzo Lafi, Angulo's starting, Talby's starting, as is Mayenda. And on the subs bench, we've got Abdullahi, Alexic, Geragusian, whoever he is, never heard of him, Isidore, Jensen Jones, Harrison Jones, Simon Moore, Whitaker, and Xhaka.
Yep, not a bad lineup, but it's not going to be a given today, though, Rob. We've got to earn it today.
No, we're going to have to work it. We're going to have to play the game and get a result. I still think we'll win 3-0. To be honest, I mean, there's a lot of space between us and Port Vale in the league. I think it should be a good game. For us, it should be relatively straightforward. Not easy, as you say, but relatively straightforward.
So I've got me Let's Get Carried Away shirt on. My t-shirt for the shows on Wednesday. I can lift this thing up, you can see. Good quality as well. Hello, Larry. He says, rig to score. I've got Kevin Phillips on the telly at the minute having a... We've scored already. My mistake.
Radio Newcastle's got coverage today as well, Stu. So
yeah, I need to change that scoreboard. That is from the league.
The Leeds
but there we are. That's a bit optimistic for you, isn't it? That's back to normal. We've scored already.
That was an early goal, Beaconsfield.
I know. I see the Newcastle game yesterday. It was strange. Newcastle started off the better side for the first 15 minutes, and I thought they're going to do another Man United game here.
Yeah.
And then Man City just turned on the style. They couldn't get the ball off them. It was just tap, 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 pass, pass, pass. The old Man City of what we're used to. You know, they just can't get the ball off them possession-wise. Superb one-touch football. It's like Pep. Basically, you could tell Pep wants this trophy. You can tell the way he stepped that up yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, perhaps he thinks the Premier League's probably slipping from his grasp, so therefore he wants some silverware. Could be it.
I'm just typing the team in the chat.
I wish Beaconsfield. Yeah, no bother, mate. So Elborg is number one. So Roofs will probably be still getting a well-deserved rest. I tell you what, our chat on WhatsApp's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. As I say, I messaged Don this morning just to see if he was all right, and he's currently in Stockholm working. He's back to the UK for 3 days, then he's off to Spain for another week with work. So
he's funny, Don, isn't he? He's so dry, isn't he, with his humour?
Oh, he is. I can remember when he arrived at Akrotiri, because, of course, one of the first people that anybody arriving at Akrotiri ever met was my missus, because she worked in the housing office. And Don turned up, and there was a bit of banter, because obviously northeastern accent, bit of banter between her and him and Sue. And he says, "So, is your husband a Geordie then?" "Yep." "He's not a Geordie, he's a Mackem." "Okay then. I take it he's a bloody Sunderland fan." I went, "Yep, he is." "How are you watching the games over here?" "And Android box, yeah, dodgy sticks." which were fine inside because nobody bothered. But it was, yeah, got on well with him. He's a good lad.
Aye, spot on, any. Oh, Mike.
I'll get this team put up very shortly, guys. I'm just busy trying to read 3 different pages.
I might just put me on air sign on. Works absolutely spot on now. Fantastic.
Tommy and Mayenda.
Neil Fleury, all right? How come we're 1-0 up already? No, I've adjusted the scoreboard. That was from the Leeds United game. So I've updated it. So it should say 0-0.
So that's the
team. Cheers, Rob.
team up. I'm just putting the subs up.
So Rob's put the team up, and that's pinned at the top. Yeah, got to ask Rob, where's the walking carpet, says Beaconsfield Mackham.
The walking carpet made a very early appearance just because Stuart was on screen, and then he's lying down on the floor. If I get out of my chair, he will steal it. And it's got to the point now where, come on then, up you come. It's got to the point now where I'm actually buying myself a new chair, and he's getting this one.
He really does like. He really does like being.
He does.
On the stream, doesn't he?
He does. He loves it. And a lot of the time I come up, he disappeared yesterday. I jest you not, mate. He disappeared yesterday. We didn't know where he was. So I came upstairs, and sure enough, he's sitting in the chair with his chin on the desk, staring at the screen, as if to say, well, come on then, people, where you at? So there you go, Beaconsfield. The walking carpet is in the chair. He's in the hot seat. Where's Stuart?
I'm here. I'm
Who's
here,
this?
the bounty
That's
hunter.
Stuart. Is that Stuart?
Yeah. I'm going to have to get him a microphone. I'm just doing the sound checks for the background commentary.
What he can, tell the others about the potential experience.
The good thing is as well, it's on being on 5 Live, not 5 Live on Radio Newcastle as well. So, hello, Dak. How are you doing? I take it you're a fan of Blot Outdoors because he always says, "Hello, Mandingos." Guy's off his head, isn't he? So funny. Bounty is the real star of the stream, he says.
Don't tell him that. For God's sake, he'll want a trait rise or something like that.
I love his hair. Hello, Bong. How are you doing, mate? Good Sunday afternoon. I get disorientated with these days when it's a Sunday kickoff. How's your weekends been, everybody? All right? I've went to see the boys play football on Saturday morning. Didn't well, but they played well. It was a lovely spring morning. Have a chat with the other parents and stuff. It was nice to get some fresh air in my lungs. I'm just chilling out. He says, I'm watching TNT, listening to you guys. Yep. Thanks a lot, Beaconsfield. Appreciated. I really love Chris from the Broad Outdoors. The doors open. Yeah, he's good, isn't he? The dorsal fin. Do you ever watch him, Rob? The Blot Outdoor show?
I haven't.
He's mad. I'm going to order a proper YouTube studio light this week because I've got I've got lighting, but the kitchen lighting seems to give a little flicker on the screen, so... I've just got my new picture up on the background there of Roker Park.
There's a subs posted as well, Stu.
Oh, good man. That's the subs done as well, eh? Lesic Be interesting to give him a run. Like, I mean, he's on the book still. Hello, Nicola Johnson.
This Guru, whatever the hell he's called, Garaguzian?
Yeah.
Never heard of him. Never
No.
come across him at all.
Well, we know Moore, Jones, Whitaker, and they're from the under-21, so I guess he's from the under-21s as well.
Yeah.
He says, good afternoon, says Nicholas. It's my birthday. Happy big 50th
Happy
birthday, Nicola.
Youngster.
Have a good one, yeah. It does go uphill from there, mind. Ignore when people says it goes downhill.
Definitely goes downhill after you get to 60, mate.
So let's hope he gives you a birthday gift. So yeah, massive happy birthday to you, Nicola, and cheers for tuning in on your birthday as well. I remember my 50th many years ago last year, Rob.
I vaguely remember it. I know where I was. I was travelling between Gibraltar and Cyprus via the UK, and my plane was delayed by 6 hours. So I spent most of my 50th birthday in the air between Gibraltar and Cyprus. My 40th,
All right.
I was in Ascension. My 30th, I was in the Falkland Islands. And the 20th is so long ago, I haven't got a bloody clue where I was, mate.
Tell us about it. I just need to adjust the colours. We are playing on our away strip, so there we are. I have to change that respectively. So I've now got the scoreboard ready. Now got the colours ready. Port Vale are going to be up for this. Hello, SCFC Julie. Hello, how are you doing? I reckon Port Vale, they'll be all over us the first 15 minutes, and I've got a funny feeling they'll sneak an early goal.
Yeah, their main striker is also a skunk, so he'll be desperate to try and score against us.
So that's what usually happens when you're playing the underdogs. They come at you, and I'm predicting they'll get an early goal, and then it'll be a test of character from Sunderland, because you always get that on a home turf against the underdogs. They really up the game.
You do.
I can't see it being a shock on the cards here, can you, Rob?
Nah, no, I think it should be a relatively easy win for us. They'll go for it.
In the centre circle, Luke O'Nien, captain this afternoon. Port Vale's players in a circle at the halfway.
But the thing is, though, it's like if we do get through, I mean, how are we going to cope against the likes of your Liverpools, your Man Cities, and your Arsenals? Because if they turn on the heat, you've got no chance, really, have you?
That's it. You know, quarter-finals.
Coin toss
Why
in the
not?
centre with Anthony Taylor. There's the coin on the back of his hand.
One game away from Wembley, as they say.
Halfway line, a quick word with the Port Vale captain, and shake of the hands. And it looks like what has Kyle John, who's come into the
He's little, isn't he?
game. Well, he's a centre back.
No, I'm talking about the.
I bet there's a few Sunderland fans gone down there, Rob.
Coming towards us.
Yeah. It's what was it? Regis said in his interview. A lot of the guys have said it's relatively close to Sunderland. Stoke.
He's not in any hurry, is he?
It's not that far.
It's not that far. It's about halfway back to where I used to live. So.
And Sunderland will be playing from right to left as we look down from the back of this main stand at Vale Park. The Sunderland fans, more than 3,000
When you look at Arsenal's route to the FA Cup, sometimes they've had it easy, haven't they? Teams they play.
Well,
Right.
it wasn't so easy for them last night, actually.
scored the winner
Only beaten Mansfield 2-1
on Tuesday night.
No, the game doesn't seem easy, but the teams that they get.
Oh yeah, they've had relatively easy teams. Mind saying that.
And played
Newcastle
left of the
first 20 minutes or so last night were good, and then after that they just fell to pieces.
Is right back.
Man City looked like a real deal again.
As we expected.
What's Robert De Niro doing
Norway
commentating?
Mackham.
And Rig.
Yeah, our Cabello Norway Mackham. Yeah, the TNT, the pitch just looks a typical old school pitch, doesn't it?
No,
The goalkeeper's kicking it. He's kicking it long.
Elborg from the left of his.
Bit like the old school days, isn't it? This pitch.
Plays the ball through the middle. is.
I just do a sound check,
fighting
everybody.
over
Can you hear the
Angulo's
background
head. Liam
commentary
Gould
as well as
dropped
us having a crack on as well?
International. Picked up now just inside the Sunderland half by Funso Ojo, who's drafted into the side this afternoon. The Belgian, very
Corner.
experienced 34-year-old.
So you've just
Played
seen
for
what
PSV.
Port Vale are trying to do straight away. He's get the ball in the channels for the likes of John Brown to run on to. And this is what they're going to rely on them because the
It's
lads
such a
from
different game,
Hall
these
is a
FA
big
Cup
lad.
games, aren't there? I mean,
Centre-back, Connor Hall.
compared to Premier League.
Big
Corner
lad.
from the left, below the big electronic.
Hello, Robin Hood. You doing all right, mate?
Attack.
And
The ball
Humphries.
swung in here, bounces awkwardly, and Elborg. Well, he falls down to his left. It was bobbling in front of him, the ball.
That's
but he's
good.
got his body behind it. I think it would have bobbled past the post.
I think
But
once
you can see
Sunderland
the pitch
find
not running smooth.
the rhythm, they'll
He's
start
rolled the ball to
dominating.
Ballard.
But
The
the
right
first 10,
corner of
15
the
minutes is going to be a
penalty
test.
area. Into the second minute, then Port Vale nil, Sunderland nil. This
Hello, Rob Hopkins. Hello, SAFC Billy.
FA
How
Cup
you doing?
tie. Ballard bringing the ball out. For
71 people
Sunderland.
tuning in. Click the thumbs up. Thank you.
His left
Subscribe to
arm
the channel if you're
raised,
new as well.
but
Thank you.
Ballard pauses and then rolls it to his left to Alderete. And Alderete plays a long ball forwards down the left.
Hey, I
Look
can have a
at
seat now.
Talby on the left and Gulo on the right this afternoon. And it comes back to Elborg, who kicks to the halfway line. Ojo heads it on again. Ballard just wallops it back up into the Port Vale half. Kyle John, 25-year-old former Evertonian, played the ball forwards. The ball nearly fell to
Great
Archer's
touch.
feet as he closed
Great
down
touch.
Elborg, but he kicked clear. And then
Tell
a
you what.
foul on Lefay.
He's done well
It's a
there.
very dodgy looking pitch.
Elbow.
Doing well. Hope you fellas are well.
Bobbling ball.
Yeah,
again.
VAR today as well. Yeah.
Ethan Archer sprinting forwards to
Of course,
put
this is
pressure
a
on
Robbie
Elborg.
Williams team,
Archer
isn't
is
it?
on loan, the 23-year-old
It
from
is, yes.
Luton Town. Alderete here, urging.
He's actually
O'Neill
done a
to
few
push on
gigs,
down the left-hand side,
at Vale
gets to
Park.
the halfway line, pushes it through to Talby, but he's tackled. The ball breaks for.
They're a
Reece
big club, you
Walters.
know,
Comes
Port
back
Vale.
then into defence and
They used to
getting
be.
back.
Yeah,
They
big.
used to be.
They're a big
Defenders,
supported
Cameron
club.
Humphries, it's a corner
They
to
are. I
Sunderland.
mean, you know, you
First
consider the size of
Sunderland corner
Stoke.
of the
It's
game
not
in
a
the
kick in
fourth
the
minute.
arse off the size
Enzo Lefay's jogging down to
of
take this.
Sunderland and
So an early
Washington,
opportunity from a set piece
combined.
for Sunderland now.
and
In front of the
they've got two
Hamel
league
Road
teams,
stand.
Stoke City and Port Vale.
Lefay steps
Basically.
back a few yards. It's a big pitch here. There's quite a lot of
Hello, Andrew Moore.
space between the touchlines. and the
hello,
posts. The
Revo.
ball
How are
flipped in
you
towards
doing?
Brienda, and it's just cleared away at the post.
There's a chance for Sunderland
Somehow
already.
Scooped away behind for another corner to
Hello,
Sunderland.
Kia Sunderland. How are you?
You've got to say the goalkeeper who's all over the place. You'd expect.
Yeah, glad to
Mayenne
see Rick get a
score
start,
there. He
says
didn't get
Robin.
enough power behind his header.
There's a real scramble. It's been turned behind, and Lefay has a second corner in quick succession.
That was a nice ball, but good defended
Referee's
by
having a
Port
word
Vale.
with Alderete.
In a way, Sunderland have got to
Diarra.
adapt to Division 2. Are they? They're in League 2, Port Vale, aren't they?
They're,
Port Vale.
yeah, they are.
So we've got to adapt to sort of League 2 football, haven't we, in certain ways?
We haven't got any replays here.
Which is
We're bereft
basically
of
beefing up
replays.
the field.
Liz,
Still
eyes at
waiting
my
balls
end.
to
There's a
take
Sunderland
this
fans
corner
in
on the
full
left-hand
voice.
side.
I'd like to know how many are down there today. There'll be a few.
His arm outstretched, telling Lefay to pause for a moment. He's
It's
gone
all
back in
go-
again.
it's
He's
all
still,
going
he's
off in
still
there.
talking to them.
Yeah, Port
Now
Vale
he's
are
blown Lefay with
nailed
his
to
corner
the bottom
from the
of
left-hand side
League
again.
1 at the moment.
For Sunderland.
Yep.
And
They're 8
with his
points
right,
adrift
whips it in low,
of
it bounces through the penalty area, comes out to
23rd
O'Neill at the right
place.
corner.
Oh, the bottom of
Puts it
League
back
1,
in
not
as
League
well.
2.
Ballard
Yeah,
went
bottom
down,
of
but
League
he's
1.
got himself up quickly. He's not appealing for any foul. And the ball comes out here on the right wing now. And Ethan Archer is trying to keep it in. It finally goes
Found this
out.
channel the other
Port
week,
Vale
started
throw.
watching a match for a good 10
Pressure from
minutes.
Lefay.
Aye, and then you find out it's a football simulated game. Yeah, there's loads to that, you know. Absolutely loads.
Comes forwards to take this throw for Port Vale. Hurls it down the touchline. O'Neill heads it away from Dejon Brown. It comes back down to Alderete. Hooks it away from Ben Wayne, who's on his shoulder, the New Zealander who scored in the week, the Newcastle United fan. Back into Cameron Humphries on the halfway line on the right-hand side. Floats it up towards Ben Wayne. Foul, though, on Luke O'Neill. Ben Waine comes across to the assistant. As you say, he's quite small, the assistant. Ben Waine sort of looking down at him and pleading his case.
Leonardo, that's the hotel that
tapped to Lefay by
Superfan danced in,
Alderete.
isn't it, Cabby?
Lefay bringing this up now to the halfway line. Out to O'Nien on the left and back to Alderete. Alderete almost in the centre of the Sunderland half in the 7th minute. We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds. Talby on the left in front of Regis Lebris. Plays it back to Alderete.
Hello, Kevin Lance from North Carolina. We're amazed at the state of the pitch. I know, mad, innit?
Taps it back.
Mind, our stadium of light used to be like that years and years ago.
Looks for the run of Talby, but Kyle John heads the ball away. Out it comes to Jordan Lawrence Gabriel, a former Arsenal youth. Played for Nottingham Forest as well. Signed from Blackpool in the summer as Luke O'Nien. Thinks he's a rugby player and kicks it full length down.
Once
the
again,
field
it's
and
good to
out
see
behind
Luke
for a
O'Nien getting some
goal
minutes on the
finish.
pitch as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
wondering half.
Yeah,
Wondering
he
if meant
performed
that
really well the
as
other
a
night.
shot on
So
target. Way off, but
good on him.
just saw the goalkeeper off his line. I wonder if he just felt that that might swing in. So Joe Gauchi,
Someone on the Gateshead side.
25-year-old
Gateshead got another good win yesterday. Could they do a massive great escape?
who's on loan
I think they've won 3 out of 4 games now, so there's a last-minute push from Gateshead. I don't know if you've been watching some of their results, Rob.
puts the ball in the air and Gulo wins
I have. They've
Connor
not
Hall
been
tracks
playing
back in front of
particularly
Meander,
well all
gets the
season,
ball
but
back to
they've
Gauchi,
improved
who
over the
plays
last
out here up
couple
towards
of,
the halfway line, and Ethan Archer looking to get it on to, Walters looking to try and get it on to Dejon Brown. Is playing up through the middle, but it's picked up by Hertrauder, put out on the far side for a throw to Sunderland. On halfway pretty much, 8th minute, 0-0. Hertrauder will take the throw for Sunderland to Lefay, back to Hertrauder, back again here to Dan Ballard. Ballard to Alderete. Alderete playing it on now to Talby on this left-hand side. Talby back to Alderete. And forwards down the left again to Luke O'Nien. Ben Waine on his shoulder.
To be honest,
O'Nien's holding
Revo,
him
just
off.
looking at the map
Waine
there,
still putting pressure on O'Nien, who gets
you
almost
probably
to the
just
goal
get the
line.
metro
and then
across
plays it
from
off the defender
Central
for a throw
Station
a
across
few
to
yards from the corner
Biker.
flag.
run by
Metro
O'Nien there.
Station. It's only about 2 minutes walk from the metro station there.
Knew
One
exactly
throw.
what he was doing, doesn't he? Yeah, I think he's gone to pick up another ball off a cone.
Hotel's
Here,
about
take
2
a
3
long
minutes
throw,
walk from Central
Although
Station, so
Talby is
you're
down
probably better off using the metro.
in
The
the
regular
vicinity,
run
he's jogging
like
back
clockwork.
now. I think Luke O'Nien's going to take a long throw into the Port Vale penalty area. Quite a long run up, and he gets the ball into the 6-yard box,
Corner.
and it's put behind. Oh, it hasn't dropped out quite from Cameron Humphreys, kept in by Diarra. Then O'Nien crosses, not a great clearance. It's still bobbling around before Dejon Brown clears it.
Yeah,
And it's
especially in
back
the
to
dark, I
Hertrauder
would agree
almost
on
the
Bournemouth.
halfway line on the
Like,
right.
there's not the most
slips it
salubrious
back
area,
to
but fortunately the
Lefay.
groves on the
Dejon Brown goes
just
to
on
close
the
him
other
down.
side of the
Lefay
Biker Bridge.
plays it back
So-
to Melke Elborg, who's just outside his penalty area. He passes it back to Enzo Lefay, inside to Hertrauder, back out to Angulo, but it rolls off him, out for a throw to Port Vale. 10th minute of the game, 0-0. Fairly cagey. Picked up in the centre by Ojo. Back through Connor Hall to Gauchi at the edge of this penalty area. Is a green kit with a big luminous pink stripe down the flanks of his shirt and shorts. Here's Alderete, puts his foot through it again. Angulo hauls above him, nods it down to Walsh, and then Ojo back to John and out to Gabriel on this right-hand side. On to Reece Walters again on the right. He's been here since he was 9 years old, the 20-year-old midfielder, and now looking to try and get it back again, but it's gone out for a Port Vale throw. On halfway, Kyle John comes forwards to take it. A youthful-looking 25-year-old playing as a centre-back this afternoon. He's not the biggest, 5'9". The ball down the right, onto the head of Dejon Brown. Gabriel pushes Talby down, but no free kick, no foul. Ballard heads it out from the edge of the penalty area. Lefay hooks it high in the air. Hall wins the header above Meander, It drops down here for Brown. He's tussling with Alderete, who finds Angulo. He's pulled back by Hall. The referees let the advantage go. Angulo away, looking for Mienda down the right of the Port Vale penalty area, and the ball rolls behind for a corner kick.
You've done well then, Angulo. Could easily have gone down.
Yeah. Persevered. The referee played the advantage.
Good advantage there.
Riggs going to take the corner, the third Sunderland corner. This on the right-hand side. The other two
Nice
were on
one,
the left.
Beaconsfield. And if you
Front of
do
the-
see them, give them a good
A
kick.
small
And
cabin between the two stands. Lovely statue to John Rudge, the former Port Vale manager, outside the stadium in the car park. Played a big part in Port Vale's sort of
Welcome,
history in
Rosie, to the
80s.
chat.
Ball straight
Good
into the
take.
hands of the goalkeeper from Rig.
Hello, Kingfisher. How you doing? Good to see
Positively,
you.
Joe Gauci. He's been capped 8 times by Australia. Out on the left wing then to Liam Gordon. Inside to Ojo. Very experienced midfielder. Out to John on the halfway on the right. Looking to thread it through to Dejon Brown, but O'Nien gets the better of him, gets the ball to Lefay. Lefay, oh, he's given the ball away to Wayne. Diarra has to get back and get in front of Ben Wayne, who holds him off. O'Nien gets the ball off him and plays it to Diarra.
Rosie
Diarra
says so many
then
empty
rolls it
seats we
back
could
to
be at the
Alderete.
Mackham's ground.
And Alderete
Just like your ground was like against Man
finally
City with
brings
10
it
minutes
the
to
edge of
go.
the penalty area.
Come on,
Short pass
Rosie.
forwards to Diarra.
yeah,
You know better than that.
Just rolling it to the left now. To
it was
Luke
it was
O'Nien.
a fire
O'Nien
test, wasn't it?
Trying to
St
drive
James's
this
Park last
upfield.
night.
It's hooked away by Cameron Humphreys from a Rotherham centre half. Straight to Lefay. Now to Rigg on the left-hand side. And Rigg back to O'Nien. Plays it through the centre circle to Dan Ballard. And Gulo's out wide of him. Ballard plays it back to Alderete. 13th minute. Well, we played 13 minutes now, 0-0. Ball given away again. Gabriel trying to get it to Dejon Brown, tackled by Luke O'Nien again. Lefay
Jonathan just wrote
then
a type
to
the same
his
thing.
right, into the centre circle, Diarra, on to Angulo on the far side, at the foot of the railway stand. Inside again, another greatest of passes. Picked
Rosie,
up
I don't
by
know what
Dejon
you're
Brown,
going on
who's trying
about,
to get away
Pet, man.
from Lefay runs straight
excellent.
to Alderete, who just uses his body to
Great.
check
Good
Dejon Brown
defending
and
that.
get the ball to Diarra. They've given the ball away
Sloppy
fairly
hand.
needlessly.
Yeah.
a
Our
couple of times
Stadium
for
of
the
Light
last
has
5
been
minutes.
full
Sunderland.
to capacity every game.
O'Nien here.
I suggest
Ben
you have a
Lee goes
look,
to close
pop
it
along
down
and have a
onto
look for
Talby.
yourself on match
Back
days.
again to O'Nien. And back to
I thought it was a
Ben
Port
Wayne
Vale van
actually
in the
is,
chat, but it's actually a
number
Geordie
two
by
in
the look of it.
New Zealand setup to Chris Wood.
Welcome.
28
Thanks for giving up
caps.
your free
Nice
time
one.
coming on the
Ben Wayne
Mackham
has for
channel,
New
the
Zealand,
Mackham
6
Cabby channel
goals.
anyway.
Signed from Plymouth Argyle
Yeah, I was
in the summer.
just laughing at that comment
Into
from
the
Andrew
15th
Miller.
minute then of
His
this
mate kicked
FA Cup
PG
fifth
and
round
Duncan
tie.
out
Goalless
of
at the
the
moment. Throw
shrub
to Sunderland.
in shoes.
Trowder will take this just back inside the Sunderland half on the right.
Bit of a scrappy game, innit?
Drops to Lefay. Gets
Yeah,
away from
it's
Ojo.
to be
Finds
expected, to
Angulo,
be
but,
honest.
Gordon's all over him.
It's
And
Port Vale's Cup
behind him's
final.
Lefay. Lefay
They're going to
swings it
try.
across to the left, looking for Talby. Gabriel gets above him, heads it down towards the touchline, then knocks it forwards with his knee to get past O'Nien, and then shows a little bit too much of it to Alderete, who keeps it in on the touchline, forwards to O'Nien, who puts it out, and it's a Port Vale throw. Port Vale fans get behind the team at that. John's going to take this 15 yards inside the Sunderland half on the right.
Sponsorless shirts, Port Vale as well.
Back to John, back again
Don't say
to
that often these
Humphreys.
days.
He rolls it back to the goalkeeper, Gauci in the D.
Of course,
at the edge
Chelsea
of
have
the
got
area.
it, but they're
Mienda goes to
waiting for
close
a
him
big
down.
deal
Gauci
next
gets the
season,
ball
aren't they?
up over
Yeah.
the halfway line onto the head of Hertrowder. Diarra plays it back then to Ballard. Forwards again to Hertrowder, closed down by Ethan Archer. And over on that far side, Archer back to Gordon, out onto the wing to Archer again, back to Liam Gordon,
So
This
far
inside
we've
the
played
Port
every
Vale
tie
half.
away from home.
and back to Connor Hall. He swings it up over the halfway line, looking for the run of Ojo, but headed
Bit
away by
reminiscent of
Ballard.
'73 there.
Drops for Lefay, and Lefay
Is that right? The only home game we had was City replay.
A replay, yeah.
On this right-hand side, inside again to Walters. The socks round his ankles in front of Chris Rigg. Behind him is John, and then Humphreys to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it does look like a retro shirt.
Kicks again down the left. Archer keeps it in, but straight to Diarra. The ball went out, says the assistant.
It just goes to
Sunderland.
It just goes to show you the ball's brought back to the goalkeeper. He's tried to play it upfield and he sort of sliced it really, or he hit a bobble. And he's ended up playing.
Apart from Meander's header against the post, we're not really done much, have we?
The throw, 10 yards inside the Port Vale half, 17th minute. BBC Radio Newcastle, BBC Sounds, 0-0. Alderete.
Sid James's was empty
a couple of
at
times
full time last night, and the young fans were with City shirts getting a signature from an ex-Sunderland player.
Closing down quickly. I think they know that if they get in the faces of Sunderland, they could.
And you know who that player was, Rob?
Ballard, just
I
inside his
didn't
half on
see the
right.
game.
Short
So
pass to Diarra inside of him.
Yes.
Semenyo.
Centre circle and
Yeah.
then on out to Alderete.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would guess it
Looking
would
for Talby
be
in
the
Port Vale penalty
Semenyo
area,
of Man City
straight through to the
forward,
goalkeeper.
who of course played for Sunderland, but wasn't very good when he played for Sunderland.
Goalkeeper jogging.
Came from Bristol
to
City
the
on loan when we were in
18-yard
League
line.
One, weren't he?
And he's going to kick
Yeah.
this up over the halfway line. It's going to be 09.
Just goes to show you never judge a book by its cover until, let them give him a chance.
Applauded by the
Yeah, that's very
Sunderland
true.
fans all
Good
standing
afternoon,
in the
Colin
stand
Major.
behind.
Hello, Colin, how you doing, sunshine?
Alderete then slowly bringing it out inside.
If we
to
did get through to the
Diarra
next
in
round,
the
who would
middle.
you fancy, Rob?
And Diarra, Head Trouder in the middle, and he plays it to
Fulham or
Alderete.
Southampton.
To Head Trouder again.
Fulham or Southampton.
Back out to Ballard. on
Fulham
the
or Southampton?
outside, and
Yeah,
I
they're
hate playing
still
Fulham. We
90
never,
minutes, still
ball
0-0.
down the right wing, which Connor Hall
we
Either
never
that
do
or
well
Leeds
against
or
Fulham.
Norwich.
put out
Leeds
for a
or
Sunderland
Norwich?
throw.
Leeds or Norwich?
Just back inside.
We haven't lost to Leeds this
Sunderland
season yet.
No. I don't like Fulham. They're our bogey side.
18 minutes played, Port Vale 0, Sunderland 0. Mienda has not seen a great deal of the ball, chested it down. He had a chance early on, but it was scrambled wide. The goalkeeper clears again as the ball broke into the Port Vale penalty area, and then Talby gets nudged in the back in front of Regis de Bries, and it's a free kick to Sunderland. Left of midfield.
Like that one, Raybo. Yeah, we definitely know who it won't be, mate.
Anthony Taylor all in black. The
Hello,
referee
Pete Young. Cabby keeping an eye on the lads at
this afternoon, Faye is gonna
35,000
take
feet
this
en route to
free
Toronto.
kick.
Happy flying.
Later on this afternoon, the so-called Daniel Farker derby, Leeds against Norwich, 4:30.
That'll be a
The FA
tasty
Cup,
game to watch.
5th round. Lefay swings the ball to the right corner of the penalty area. Alderete was a free kick for a foul. Free kick to Port
Leeds
Vale.
fans are
Fulham
still bitching on about our
still
penalty,
goalless.
saying it wasn't handball. I mean, go.
Sorry, it was handball. Referee said it was
and,
handball,
they're in the 91st minute of
which
that
was a rarity.
tie.
And then he added 12 minutes of extra time on so
The
that
goalkeeper
they
then,
could
Gouch, is
try
gonna
and
take the free
equalise.
kick for
They're focusing on the first section of the handball where it sort of rolled down from his shoulder, but they're totally forgotten when you had to give him a paddle ball and smacked it away with his arm.
driven down the
Yeah.
left, headed in the air by Ballard. And then
Cheers, Kingfisher.
just thumped forwards again by Lefay. It's going to bounce in front of Mienda, but Hall gets in front of him. And the ball out for a throw to Port Vale again, halfway inside their own half. Looking across to the
Could be a replay 1992 FA Cup final replay against Liverpool at Wembley, but of course we'd be a lot different and a lot stronger team now
20 minutes now.
than what we were.
I think one thing which is lacking is quality, and I think this is where you want Sunderland players to be a little bit more braver on the ball, aren't you?
Well, Rigg now has put himself in an attacking position down the left of the
Baggy
Port Vale
Benson,
penalty
it's
area, but the
licorice.
ball
Yeah.
has gone out from John. And Ross Stewart has just given Southampton the lead with a penalty at Fulham. So it looks very much like Southampton now
Thanks for the
will
subscriber.
progress
Cheers.
to the
Gotta
quarter-finals.
be careful, Raybo. You know,
They
if you
lead
say
1-0
stuff, you
in the
get
dying
slapped.
moments at Craven Cottage.
Oh, Southampton
We've seen what
in
we're
the
playing
dying
against now. This is when you've got to
minutes
start
against Fulham,
putting your
Rob.
foot on the ball, start to play, make yourself available.
Ah, Stewart.
I think there's a lot
Ross
about
Stewart scored.
the tie that's
Ninth
reminiscent
penalty
of the
in the
Oxford tie. You know, just got to be patient.
91st
You've got to
minute.
grind it out.
That'd be a tasty tie. I think Stuart would get a welcome at the Stadium of Light or wherever wherever it may be if we get through.
Yep, 6 minutes of additional time to play in that game, so Fulham have got 3 minutes to equalise.
Played in non-league before playing
Plus
at
injury
Harrogate
time.
Town, then Port Vale a spell a season.
No, they're in
2023, then
into
a season
injury
at
time. They're on the
Colchester
93rd minute at the
returning
moment,
to
Stu.
Port Vale in 2024. Connor Hall.
How long's that on?
Scored in
Down to
6
John
minutes
heads
to
it
add on
forwards again, looking for Walsh, but one back by
to the
Talby, looking for
90, so there's
Mienda,
about
but
3
it's
minutes
just too
left in
strong
that
for him.
game now.
Is that
John
at Fulham as well?
Humphreys, the ball goes back to the goalkeeper
at
who
Fulham,
kicks
yeah.
it clear of Talby, and it's come all the way up to the other end to Elborg at the edge of his D. We're almost halfway through the first half, goalless, live on BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds. Alderete in the middle of the Sunderland half. Ballard closed down by Archer, onto Hertrauder, back to Elborg, out to Alderete, now Luke O'Nien, Wayne in front of him, forwards, it's cut out by Walsh, gets it to Ben Wayne, but Ben Wayne paused at a moment, he looked back at the bench, took his eye off the ball.
Hello, Ken Walton, how you doing?
To Sunderland, I don't know what distracted Ben
He's
Wayne.
been the member of the channel the longest. The first member of the channel was Paul Welder, but thanks for still supporting the channel, mate. I do appreciate it.
Looks up and green boots, just plays it with his inside of his left boot back to Elborg, pushes it out in front of him to Diarra, plays it back to Alderete here on the left. Alderete looks for Talby, he plays it back again to Alderete, and he's rolled it back to Elborg at the edge of the penalty area.
At the moment, Sunderland just going through the motions.
I mentioned earlier the floodlights are in full
Yeah, we know
beam.
we're a
It's
second half
grey
team anyway,
afternoon.
mate.
There's Wayne on the halfway line on the right hand side, battles with O'Nien, the ball breaks for Rigg, and then it breaks for Dejon.
Yeah,
Brown
Andre
inside
Moore,
from his Ojo
Elborg
in the centre
performed
circle.
quite well the other
Rolls
night
it to Connor
against
Hall.
Leeds.
Hall now down
Seems
the
like
left
we've
wing
got
here to
2
Gordon. He's
bloody
got
good
Archer ahead of
keepers
him.
on the
Liam Gordon
boots.
plays it
And
inside
Simon
though
Mowe's
to
not that bad
Funso
either,
Ojo,
actually, to
who's
be
making a
honest.
break down
Cheers,
the
Ken.
left of
Got two
midfield, trying to hold
decent
off
keepers.
Angulo, and now Diarra, and he does, and he gets the ball to Gordon, and now again Archer on that far side. In front of him is Angulo, but he steps inside, puts a ball in the penalty area,
Well done.
trying to find Dejon Brown, but Alderete steps in front of him and gets the ball clear. Only out to Ojo again, who plays it back onto the halfway line to Humphreys. Lays it off to John to Gabriel.
They're the better side at the minute, Port Vale.
Wing, then Wayne,
Yeah,
back to Gabriel,
it's
and he
their
will play
cup
it
final. They're
across
Yes,
the
going
middle.
absolutely.
to run
Dejon
themselves
Brown
into the
drops
ground
over
in the
his
first
shoulder,
half, trying to
back
get
to
something out of
Elborg.
it.
Little spell there from
Yeah, a little bit of
Port
spell,
Vale.
but you just that.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what you want
battling for
Sunderland to do.
everybody.
They
They're
start to be
they're
a
wanting the
bit
ball
better
more
on
at the
ball,
minute.
aren't
They're really closing
That's what
down
they
every
need to
Sunderland
do.
player. They're not giving Sunderland any space at all to pass
the
around.
25th minute, 0-0.
But would Port Vale
Alderete
use all their energy up?
Looks
That's the
for
thing.
Talby, let it run through. Nice little bit of skill then for Rigg to run onto the ball. Plays it into the centre
Oh,
of
you
the
gotta get
penalty
down.
area, but it whizzes through. Mienda has
But you
to
think
chase
Sunderland
over,
would
but
have
doesn't get it. Finds
the
Angulo,
class
plays it
and
back
quality to
Hertrauder.
get a goal today,
And then
wouldn't you?
down to Mienda again on the
You
right
would.
of the penalty area. He tries to push it in, but it's cleared. And now Archer hooks it right back up over the halfway line, and Ballard has to come back. That was a moment of quality from Talby.
Yeah, that's
But,
what that's what I'm talking about. Be a little bit more ambitious.
Nice to see Talby playing, mind.
And here's
Yeah,
Alderete.
I don't know what it was the other day.
O'Nien.
He just went missing.
Wayne in front of him.
for a while
O'Nien
off the
turns
bench.
back towards his own goal, and he
Whoa.
lobs his own keeper, and Elborg has to head it over the bar.
Oh, Nine's nearly scored an own goal.
O'Nien's back pass, lobbed back. Elborg had to head it over.
Deary dear.
for a Port
Wouldn't be
Vale.
Luke O'Neill or any of his antics, would it?
Excellent.
Nope.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. That was going in.
Because you've got to remember, he can't touch it with his hands,
No,
could he?
because that was a
Would have been a back pass.
back pass. So a corner. And is taken short, and then the assistant has waved rolling ball, I think he says, and it'll have to be taken again.
What were you thinking,
That was
Mr.
a
Orline?
classic own goal,
Well,
that.
wouldn't have been just. Well done, Elborg. This corner then, Archer's going to take long this time. Sweeps
Yeah,
it
there's
in.
6 minutes
Wayne's
at
looking for him, and Ballard's headed it
Fulham's
away.
now 8.
Elborg done amazing there. Like, are you watching it yet, Rob, or not?
Walters in
No,
midfield.
it's still not working there.
Comes out to the
Can't
right
get
again
there.
to
Don't
Archer.
foul.
He actually acrobatically had to head the ball over the.
In the end, Rigg
It was
gets
nearly an
the
own
ball
goal
off him,
from
but
09,
great
from the
clearance.
halfway line at an angle, and
Ball
Elborg
behind off
running backwards, had to head it back over over the bar.
Panicking there. Chris Rigg had plenty of time to shift the ball.
Bit of indecision. He wasn't sure whether to try
Any
and
team that
hold
looks
off.
like scoring, it looks like Port Vale. They're really turning up the heat, and you can hear the Port Vale fans
Corner in the
sensing
20th
that at the
minute.
minute.
Plenty of bodies. Port Vale bodies in the 6-yard box. It's not a great corner.
No.
And Enzo
Another
Lefebvre
corner.
is not a great clearance. Behind into the Sunderland fans for another corner. A 4th Port Vale corner. Liam Gordon is coming down to take this one now. Former Warsaw midfielder.
Got to be strong here.
Guyanan international. Plays it short again to Archer. Corner of the penalty area. Sweeps the ball in low. Wayne trying to get on the end of it. So's Brown. Wayne's header. Scores.
There we go.
Ben
Says Port
Wayne
Vale will
has
get the
sent
first
home
goal.
The first goal for Port Vale in the 28th minute. It wasn't clear that the Newcastle United fan, Ben Wayne, heads the home team into the lead.
What did I say to you, Rob?
And again,
You did.
that's what we talked about. You've got to be strong. You've got to go and compete. Unfortunately, we didn't deal with the first ball in. It's bounced, and there was Wayne to put his head on it.
Sunderland just weren't brave enough to get heads on the ball.
Oh my days.
And Wayne
Well,
hits
we've got
it
that monkey out the back. That monkey off our back now, Rob. It's time for Sunderland to start playing now, isn't it?
Well, that's it. That's it.
And you know where that's come from, Nick? From Luke O'Nine's back pass.
Yeah,
And we've not been able to recover. Because we put the ball out twice for the corner.
yeah.
Once by Chris Rigg, next one by Lefebvre. Then the next ball comes in,
Yeah.
we don't deal with it.
Fulham got beat off
We're
Southampton.
sloppy.
Full time.
So
Fulham
Wayne
0, Southampton 1.
is second.
Is it a bit harsh to sort of blame Luke O'Nine for that? I mean, it didn't happen from the back pass, did it? It was from the corner.
Against Bristol City.
Yeah, well.
Scores again.
Andy says on social media, this is embarrassing so far. Well done to Port Vale. All from O'Nine's garbage pass. Imagine if we drew City. That's a different game. Awful. Get O'Nine out of there, for God's sake. We have been shockingly bad. It's really bad coming from Sunderland. I mean, it's early days, like, innit?
Port Vale half in the 29th minute, and the team bottom of League One lead Sunderland by a goal to nil.
But you wouldn't be surprised if Sunderland lost this. It's the FA Cup, isn't it?
It is.
Referee
That's
Anthony-
it. You know,
Anthony Taylor
it's not
marching
unheard
back
of
10 yards,
Premier League
marching Ben
teams to
Wayne
lose. Oh,
back
was that Man
the 10
United who
yards.
lost to Mansfield?
Lefebvre and O'Nien stand over
It's
the
not unheard
free
of
kick.
the Premier League
Vale
teams
Park
to lose
suddenly
to
comes
lower league
alive
teams.
with Port Vale fans making themselves heard. Lefebvre chips it into the penalty area. It's gone out though to the Port Vale right. Gabriel brings it out and plays it down the touchline. O'Nien keeps it in. Hits Gabriel, didn't know a huge amount about
Cross
it.
between were playing
Falls
crap,
away
but
and he
Port
tries to
Vale are
get
just,
it
it's their
forward
cup
to
final. They're just
Gabriel,
fighting
making
for
a
every
forward
ball.
run.
You can see it.
Cleared
They
by
will.
O'Nien.
They will.
All the way
you know.
back to Gauchi on the outside of his penalty area on the right side to kick it back up into the Sunderland half. Ballard plays it straight to Dejon Brown, and Dejon Brown's
Caught
caught
him there.
Ballard. It's a yellow card for Brown.
We are making so many mistakes of
What we don't want to
giving the
be
ball
doing
away
is getting
constantly.
involved in, you know, the long ball game with them. Their goalkeeper's gone down as well.
He is, yeah.
I think he's trying to take the stink out of the game
Yeah,
again.
that's the old.
You know, but we haven't been good enough at the present moment. We haven't been strong enough. We've not been brave enough.
Bit early for time wasting by Port Vale, isn't it?
The referee's allowing the Port Vale keeper to receive treatment. Ballard's
I'm
still
nowhere
sitting,
panicking yet, like.
nursing his knock.
And, you know, we said before a ball was kicked, Nick, what will Port Vale be strong at? What would they be looking for? Set pieces. Thank you.
And
You've got to be switched on.
the hero of the week, Ben Wayne.
You know, we talk about being sloppy. You know, you look at, you know, the first, half an hour of this game, you know, at times we have been sloppy. And I think, you know, conceding that goal just sums up being sloppy, because the back pass by Luke O'Neill.
It could be Xhaka coming on earlier than what we think.
But after that, Estelle, we
Possibly,
never really recovered, did we?
No, not at all. And it was a soft goal to concede.
Soft goal.
I still not blaming Luke O'Neill for that, because I mean it come from the corner. We were just we didn't clear our lines. It was bad defending
That header past
from that
Elmore,
corner.
6 yards out.
Didn't help Luke O'Neill, but
Basically put on a plate for him.
the defence was terrible.
Going to show some character now, Nick.
Yes, without question.
You know, we've got to get one or two of them to stand up and be counted, because we need to see a little bit more from the likes of Chris Regan, Diarra. You know, Angulo's not really got into the game. Talby, little touches here and there. Mayenda. You know, Lefay at times giving the ball away too easily.
Now, Port Vale, I think, are making a change here.
I think Sunderland could be playing Red Car Rovers in the next round, and they'd make a meal of it, wouldn't they?
Substitute goalkeeper for Port
They
Vale,
would.
the former
I mean,
Manchester United
you know,
keeper.
they're not going
O'Neill
to try
plays the
too
ball up
hard.
towards Mayenda, holding off.
They should,
Humphreys.
obviously, but
Doesn't
they
break for
won't.
Talby. Wayne gets it back to John. Now
And they're probably treating it a
big
little bit
appeals
like
halfway for a handball, was it?
No, it's for Alderetti.
a practice match.
Dujon Brown.
Now they're going to make a change at the back, because Tyler Magloire is going to come on for Port Vale. So someone, I wonder, picked up a...
O'Nine's playing at the back, isn't he?
Or are they looking
Yeah.
to put someone with a bit more height in defence?
I just don't know what O'Neill was thinking of there.
Diarra's trying to get through here. Lobs the ball over the keeper, but
He
it's
didn't have any
wide.
awareness at all where the keeper
Broke
was.
through, got a touch, but it's a good 3 or 4 yards
Yeah,
wide.
it's
of
gone the
right
wrong
post,
side.
Wrong side. So what's the thinking here?
Right, definitely
Magloire
silly
is
sausage.
gonna come on
What's
for-
worrying at the minute is the
They
fact like
changed their minds.
how lacklustre we are when we're going forward. It's like
Shrug of the
we're not doing
shoulders
anything.
from
It's breaking down, get
Magloire.
quick.
Magloire,
We're not really
and he heads
creating
back
much.
into the dugout, the fourth official
And we should
shuts down
we
the
should
ball,
be able
takes
to
it
walk
back.
through
That substitution now not going to be made by the looks of things.
teams like
Goal
Port
kick
Vale,
though to
but
Port Vale,
we just don't
34th
seem to
minute,
be
they
able
lead
to do it.
1-0. BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds.
That's a
Angulo
trouble
heads
Kevin
the
Lance to
ball
think
on.
it is just a kick
Mayenda
around.
Gets a head to it, drops to his feet, didn't do a huge amount about it, but he dug it out. Now it's Lefay, surrounded by Port Vale players. He finds Angulo. Angulo now looking to get it in
Huh?
towards Rigg at the edge of the penalty area.
That's the
Comes out
point
to
in the freezer
Lefay.
though.
Behind him, Diarra, and now Alderetti. Alderetti, left of midfield, looks to play it wide to Talby. Talby, he's got Gabriel in front of him. Talby taking him onto his right, curls the ball into the penalty area, but it's Humphreys who clears
At
it.
the
Only
minute,
as far as Ballard
you
to
will
support the
cannot
centre
tell
circle.
the Premier League side to the bottom of League One, can you?
Talby to O'Neill.
No.
O'Neill, Gabriel in front of him in the white and black of Port Vale. Lefay gets the ball, slaps it inside for Rigg. He's tackled by John. It comes out to
It would
Talby
just
on
be
the
the
left.
Sunderland thing to do. We're
Wayne's
laughing
going
at Man
with
City
it.
getting beaten. We
Talby's
lose against
crossed,
Port Vale
and it's
today.
headed
That
across
would be
the face of the goal,
that
but
would be
by
just us all over, wouldn't it?
Humphreys and away on
It
the
would.
far side.
It
Archer
would.
gets it out, only as far as Ballard. Ballard to Diarra. Diarra inside to Lefay. A little bit more urgency about Sunderland now, understandably, because they've gone one down. Talby on the left from Herr Trauder, and Talby has got Gabriel in front
A lot of
him.
fans
O'Neill
concerned at the fact that we're
forwards
only
him on
playing
the
one
left,
striker
sweeps
up
the
front
ball
against bottom of
over
the
to
league, Port
Angulo
Vale
at
and
the
League
bottom
One.
corner of the penalty area.
Yeah,
And now
that's
he's
what
trying
I
to
was.
find a way in past Gordon.
That's what I was
And,
thinking when I looked at it.
stuck
We've
for
only
a
got the
moment,
one
not knowing
striker,
which way to go.
and
Diarra
you'd think
behind
they'd
him.
attempt
Diarra
to play something
as
like
the edge of the penalty area, has
4-4-2
to play it back to
against
Ballard.
lower league opposition.
Ballard inside into
Um,
the centre circle to Alderetti as the Port Vale bench urge their
Yeah,
players to
he's
push
fine,
out.
Rebo. Thank you.
Lefay
He's made
plays
an
it on now
appearance
down
just
to the edge
before
of the
the
penalty
stream went
area.
live.
Flag
Because
comes up,
his
Angulo's
favourite
offside.
his favourite watch
And a
on
free kick to Port Vale in the
computer is Cagey.
League One team
He,
leading
he
1-0.
just comes up and sits in the chair by himself and stares at the screen.
Gauchi, the goalkeeper, will take this.
So bad that I'm going to have to.
Everybody
I'm buying myself a new
drifting
chair
up
so he can
towards
sit
the
alongside me
halfway
rather
line
than me
into
having
the
to
last
sit
10
on the edge
minutes
of the
of
chair.
first half.
There's quite a lot of players doing nothing, Brian.
Free kick
Yeah.
right on the 18-yard line. All the players on the far side in a close-knit group.
We need a Granit Xhaka in the middle to get the
Floats
players
up
organised
towards,
again.
Alderete
We've got no
on the
shape. We've got
shoulder
no
of
shape.
Brown. Headed away again by Humphreys, and back it goes to
He's
the
not going to risk
goalkeeper.
playing Xhaka for a long time, though, isn't he? I mean, this
1-0.
is the type of game that he'd get an injury in, wouldn't it?
It is,
Well done,
and
Chris.
that
Blocked by
pitch
Rigg.
doesn't look
As
particularly
Port Vale tried to get the
conducive
ball
to playing decent
forwards.
football anyway. So
Tell you what, it'd be interesting if Port Vale get a second.
To the home team, just down from Regis Lebris.
yeah, he's getting his own
Battle
chair, Revo. My
for
new one's turning
Brown,
up
which he
tomorrow.
loses.
We'll see. We'll have
lifts
a
one up
fight
over
and
the
see who
top.
gets which one.
But Hall is there, nods it away, but into the path down the left of Angulo.
Yeah, it is Cullen.
Angulo,
It is
both
totally
wingers on the
me
left
and my
now for
shadow on there.
Sunderland. And Talby's into the penalty area. Angulo's trying to find a way into the penalty area. Behind him is Lefay. Lefay, left corner of the penalty box, wide to O'Nien. O'Nien back to Enzo Lefay. And Port Vale get everybody back behind the ball. Talby down the left-hand side here now. And Talby trying to find a way through. Finds Lefay again. And again, O'Nien down the left. Immediately closed down. And playing it back to Lefay. Lefay trying to find Talby,
Talby.
but it's tapped away
Not expecting
out to
it.
Brown here, and there's a possible break for Port
See what I
Vale.
mean? This is our attacks at the minute.
Halfway line, Gordon's on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He's got Archer to his left. Ojo still going. Ojo taps it now to Archer at the
Well
edge of
done.
the area, but Alderete managed,
done,
managed to
Ballard.
step in and get the ball out for a throw to Port Vale.
Got to
Who've
do
gone from one end of the
Yeah.
pitch to
Yep,
the other.
probably
We've got to do
Bexvale.
better.
Probably.
You know, he's broken down on the edge of their box. You know, Talby not expecting the pass.
That's it. We can't get beyond the edge of their
Is
box.
this going to be a long
It's
throw?
gonna be a long throw.
Ethan Archer now on the far side, 10 yards from the corner on the left. Port
I don't
Vale,
know.
if you're just joining us on BBC Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds, are leading 1-0. Archer with the throw into the penalty area. Ballard
header.
heads it out, drops to Gordon, plays it back out to Archer on the left of the penalty
the
area,
cross.
dribbling at Angulo. In comes the ball, and Brown pokes it wide of the foot of the left post. There was a chance.
And again, that's the warning sign. You've got to pull your fingers out now. Because the last thing you want is them to go 2-0 up.
Well, they were close again.
Yeah, you know,
Elborg drives it up Rigg, headed back by Walters to
You're seeing more and more upsets, aren't you, in the FA Cup these days?
Alderete
Through
gets
just
a
teams not
powerful
taking
header
it
in.
serious.
Too easy.
Ojo now trying to come in past Lefay, crosses, and it's cleared by Diarra. Out to Angulo. Angulo rides a challenge of Gordon, finds Talby in the middle of the Sunderland half, who plays it back to Ballard. 40th minute here. Port Vale leading 1-0.
Thing is, though, Beaconsfield, that's the trouble. They'll probably think it's just a training game being an FA Cup game.
Alderete still inside the Sunderland half. Plays it back to Dan Ballard. Ballard looks up, he's looking for options, but again, Port Vale.
You confident we can turn this round and rob everybody in the
Yeah,
chat?
Of course.
Left of the
Would you be
Sorry,
confident if Port Vale went 2-0 up? Do you
Nine.
think it's a difficult
wide
thing
to
then?
Talby,
It
inside
would be
to Rigg,
slightly.
back to Talby.
Bad
He had to
pass.
do
I still
Talby
expect us
again,
to score
too
3
quick,
goals
the
ball
today.
away.
So.
the ball's given away, and it's Archer again,
Well
blocked
done.
by Lefay this time at the edge of the Sunderland penalty area. Out to Diarra. Diarra now has got.
This is what happens, Marco, when you haven't got Granit Xhaka in the centre of the pitch. We're far too slow in the build-up. We've got no shape from midfield.
Back to Hertrauder and back again to Dan
It's
Ballard.
amazing what we're like without that man in the middle of the park, isn't it?
Edge of the
Yeah.
centre circle in the Port Vale half. Out to his right to Enzo Lefay.
Look how different we were
Lefay
against Leeds when he came on.
dribbling at Gordon. Now pauses, backing the
So
ball
easy.
away with his foot, and then plays it to Diarra.
Julie, yeah, welcome back to reality.
Back to Ballard. Or to Trouder.
We need
back to
movement
Ballard,
up front. We've got no
Diarra's
movement.
wide
We've got
right.
no movement.
I've just said that, Gary
Gordon
Bennett.
in
We've got
front
no
of him,
movement.
Plays it into Meyenda in
That's
the
because the
penalty
big
area,
man's not on.
Pushes it to the goal line, still keeps it in, but John comes across, clears it to Angulo, who crosses in towards Diarra, whose header, those caught by the goalkeeper, confidently running out to the left of his
We're
goal.
absolutely toothless going
I
up
think
forward.
there's
We
a
haven't
lack
got
of
anything in
movement
the
up
middle of the
front,
park at the minute for organisation.
So
We're lucky
1-0
if we can string
to
4 or 5 passes
Port
together.
Vale.
And when we do venture into
You're
their
gonna deal
half,
with it.
we give the ball away sloppily and then they come on
Into the
attack.
area, through to El
Yep.
Ball.
Hello, Susan. How you doing?
Alderete
Little late, not what I
on
wanted to see. We can do
the
this.
shoulder of Ben Waine.
Well, on the first
scored
30 minutes, it
earlier
doesn't
on.
look like it, but there's a 40
Here's
minutes. It was a
Angulo
long way to go.
Inside to Diarra. Diarra now looking to break down the right of the Port Vale midfield. Angulo inside of him. He gets to the edge of the area and plays a ball straight at the keeper at the post. Drove it straight at Joe Gauci at the right post.
At least it's a shot on
But at least
target.
had a go. 42nd minute. Port Vale 1, Sunderland.
Ah, you know, God help us next season if
Archer
Xhaka goes anywhere.
just keeps the ball in, gets a big shove in the back from Trouder. Free kick to Port Vale, just inside the Sunderland half on the left, on the touchline. Archer hauled up by.
But I did say, Rob, didn't I? I says
Afonso
Port
Ojo.
Vale get their goal first.
You did. You did.
Gordon's
And you did say it wasn't going to
take
be
this,
an
Liam
easy game
Gordon.
for us.
You got to
Yeah.
make sure.
So-
Set piece again, Nick.
Dejon Brown.
But why
You
am
know,
I
the
saying
last
that,
goal,
Rob?
you've gotta
Why
make
am I
sure-
saying Port Vale will get the first goal? Because it's the FA
Sunderland
Cup and it happens a hell of a lot.
Defensive line
these
games.
drifts back on side.
It does, and there's no
30
getting away
yards
from
out,
it.
Sunderland
You know, you've
pushed out.
got to remember
Free
this
kick
is
curled in here.
this is
Long
Port
way.
Vale's
Goes
Cup
Humphreys,
final. They've
it
got a
drops over
Premier
his
League
shoulder and
team
Elball catches it left of
afterwards.
his 6-yard box.
It's 11 men
Their
against
chance
11
to
men at
make
the
a
end of
bit
the
of
day.
money
Ballard
and get a
now
bit of fame.
taking this away
Um,
down the right
They're
wing.
going to try
for
their hardest. You know,
Sunderland in their blue and
just
white.
remember another team doing this in
Port
the
Vale,
70s.
just a cream shirt,
What the hell were they called?
black shorts.
Sunderland, I think it was.
rolls out
Exactly.
where you know
Sunderland throw.
we played Arsenal in the
Diarra's gonna
semis
take
and
this.
beat them. Didn't
And
expect.
Trouder comes
We
across.
weren't expecting to beat them. We played Leeds in the final and beat them. We weren't
Pausing
expecting
and
to
then
beat them.
hands the ball to
Man City.
Trouder, who
We also did it in
rather
'92 with the
lazily
league. We
plays
were a
the
league
throw
below,
back
and we
to
beat West Ham, we
Ballard,
beat Chelsea.
inside
Yep.
to Alderete.
right.
I think
So,
you've used the right
you know,
words there.
Just because they're a couple of
Lazy.
leagues below us doesn't mean that they're not going to
Slow.
try. And
Yeah, it was
Yeah, we are.
Nick
you know,
We've
for
been
them,
slow, look,
it's their
slow.
biggest game of the
Alderete
season.
just inside the Port Vale half, down the left-hand side, clips one up towards the edge
But
of
at the
the
minute,
area,
it's just
but
looking like
easily
Port
headed
Vale
away
wanted,
by
Sunderland don't.
Cameron Humphreys. Dejon Brown
Yeah.
brings it
It's
down.
simple as that. You
Tries
can't
to play
argue.
it down the right wing. Alderete's put under
And
pressure by
it
Ben
makes-
Waine, but gets the ball
it
back to
does
Elball,
make you
who's
wonder
out in
though whether
midfield in the 44th minute.
the management
Port
has
Vale
said,
leading
"Yeah, go out,
1-0.
don't
Trouder
put too
up
much
to
effort
the
in.
centre spot. Plays
We're
it
not that
across to
bothered about the
Diarra.
FA Cup.
He's
We're more
got Gordon
concerned
in
about
front
the
of him.
league."
Inside to
That wouldn't surprise
Angulo,
me.
and Hall is out with him, and Diarra's managed to get away down to the corner of the penalty area, into the box, pulls one across the face
Nobody
of the goal,
there.
right across the face of Meyenda, but away it goes and out for a goal kick. We haven't got replays, so I don't know how far off that Meyenda was.
But again, that's good play by Diarra. But again, you've got to break your neck to get there.
Yeah, well, it fizzed across the face of Meyenda, but out for the goal kick into the last minute. 30 seconds of the 45 to play. Ben Toner's the fourth. Officials just
My wife just brought me a lovely
ready
ice cream in. It's
forward.
going in the freezer for later.
Nice.
Oh, will do.
Goal
Some
kick
got
then
hers.
for
I
Port
take her
Vale.
ice cream, Vanna.
Gauci's
AFCON's
kick
room
goes
momentum,
just
says
towards the
Dars.
right here, and headed on by Gabriel. Alderete
Yeah.
takes it on his chest, puts his left foot through it, up towards Meyenda, but hooked away again by Hall. Out for a throw.
You'll
3
see a
minutes of
flood of
overtime at the end
Geordies
this
coming
first
in this
half.
channel in the next 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes of the game if we're still losing. You watch.
Naim with the throw, long down the touchline, headed by.
It's good
John
publicity for the
and
channel, though,
Gabriel
Rob.
out between them, another
Yeah.
Sunderland throw,
All the merrier, mate. As long as they
halfway
subscribe,
inside the
give you a
Port
thumbs
Vale
up.
half on the
Fine.
left-hand side. O'Nien with the throw, looking for Angulo, but it's headed out again by Kyle John. for another Sunderland throw.
Every time Sunderland are going forward, there's always a
09's
but
gonna
at
take
the
a
end of
longer
it.
one here now. We're 40 seconds.
We
into
just
the
don't look
first minute.
interested, Beaconsfield, Mackham.
3 being
We
added
just
on.
simply don't look interested at all.
O'Nien, a few yards, hurls the ball in towards the near post, getting headed out. To
Yeah, we've got
Wayne,
166
onto the head of
people on
O'Nien,
the stream at the moment.
down
Come on.
from Ojo.
Press that thumbs up
Talby
button,
puts knuckle
Cagey.
under into the corner
Cheers,
of the
Rob.
penalty area.
Yeah, hit the
Anyway,
thumbs up. Let's get to
Strong
100
header
likes,
up
thanks.
in the air
If
from
you're
Gabriel,
new, hit
then
the
it drops
subscribe button
away
as
from
well.
Diarra for Kyle John, who's holding off Diarra.
Thanks for the
almost
subscribe.
on
Thanks for the
goal line.
subscriber.
And then he digs it out, but straight to O'Nien, who crosses.
Nobody there.
And it's cleared by Connor Hall. Out here for a throw to Sunderland. We're into the second minute of the minimum 3. Talby with a throw back to Lefay. Lefay dribbling on, finding Diarra. Diarra holding the ball away from Wayne. Turns, plays out to Talby on the left. Talby now cutting inside on his.
Think you make changes at half time, Rob?
Back out towards the
Yeah.
centre circle.
Yep.
Leaves it for Herr
Wouldn't
who
surprise
plays
me
it
to
left
say
again
some of
to
the
Lefay, who crosses into the
under-21
penalty
team
area. Ballard nods
get
it
the
down
run out
straight
in
to
the
the
second
goalkeeper.
half.
Neil Stewart are all,
Just
we're
over a minute
already
left.
here, buddy.
Get them
Well,
in at
welcome
half-time
along.
and
Thanks
you
for
can just
spending
sit 'em
time
down.
in this channel.
Rolled out to Gordon.
I'm not bothered who
Back
comes
to
in, as long as
Hall.
they're not massively abusive or
Hefty
trolling.
kick
Doesn't
upfield,
bother
will
me
come
at
all the way
all.
back to
You give it, you
Elborg,
take
who
it.
rolls
It's as simple
out
as that.
again to Dan Ballard.
Yeah, and we
Ballard,
do enough
then
banter
to
with the guys from Through Black and
Alderete.
White Eyes on a Monday evening.
Absolutely.
Back again to Ballard.
Um,
45 seconds.
good bunch.
Less left of the minimum 3
Good bit
minutes.
of banter.
Port Vale leading
Worth a
1-0.
watch, worth a join.
Angulo
and a watch
now
along
dribbling at
if,
Gordon, still going.
if you've
Angulo
got Monday
into the
evening
penalty
free
area,
for
stabs
an
it
hour.
through from Mienda,
Yeah,
but
and
the
9.
keeper comes. Falls on the ball.
Rick's done absolutely
gathers
nothing,
it
Simon.
for Port Vale and allows everybody to drift back upfield. Joe Gauci before following with the ball. Big hefty kick upfield, bounce out for a throw to Sunderland. With 10 seconds or so left.
Well, this is 45 minutes.
The
We'll never
minimum
get back
3
on it.
minutes added on by Anthony Taylor at the end of the first
It
half.
is. It is.
Trowder to Ballard.
Stats
The whistles
make
at
good
the
rating,
referee's
actually.
mouth. He's going to blow.
Port Vale 6
Half
shots,
time.
1 on target. Sunderland
Port
6
Vale
shots, 2 on target.
Head off, leading by a goal to nil. That goal coming from Ben Wayne in the 28th minute, and a soft goal from Sunderland's perspective. A corner on the right, recycled, nodded back into Ben Wayne. 6 yards
Well, you've
out,
got to give it to Port
headed
Vale. They
over
deserve it.
Elborg to give
Yep,
Port
they
Vale
put the effort
lead.
in the first half, didn't they?
Deservedly so. They worked the harder of the two teams in the first half. They've had the better of the opportunities, if you like, around the penalty areas.
They thoroughly deserved it. They have been the better team from start to finish. So thoughts on that first half then, Rob?
There's not really a lot to comment on, really. We didn't turn up. Simple as that. Stupid error led to the goal, as they always do. Jonathan Mark blames Cagey for the first half.
He does he? You just know these ties. It happens, doesn't it? This is actually what happens.
It does. It does, you know. And we're not. It'll not be the first time, and not be the last time a Premier League team gets embarrassed by a lower league team, even if it's just for the first half.
I don't even think it's classed as an embarrassment these time, Rob. The fact like it happens more and more and more these days with these FA Cup shocks. It's,
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
we've suffered our embarrassments in the past, and our friends from up the road are renowned for being embarrassed by lower league teams.
Oh dear mate.
And
I've
sorry, yes, I should say, Colin, spit.
just- If Port Vale get a second half, mate, game over, Colin, because we'll not come
Yeah.
back from that. I've just put on the social media, Port Vale interested and wanted. We simply not asked and zero shites given. Andrew
Yep.
says, our lack of attacking threat is very worrying, as this is what we're like week in, week out in the Premier League. Kevin says, far too casual in midfield. Reig might as well come off and stick Isidore up front with Meander. Ian says, playing like we're the side that's in the bottom of League One. Embarrassing, haven't got a clue. Back passing and side passing, says Gaz. So what happens when Jack is not in the middle of the park, innit? Absolute Poor says, we need to try and play football as the long balls, etc., are bread and butter for these lads at their level. Jake reckons we're trying to do too many intricate passes and touches. Get it in the box and run at them. We can hurt them. Whenever Nguru takes them on, he gets through, so we need to take them on. Or if that's not just get it in the box. He says, stop mucking about with the ball. Terrible and slow, says John. Nothing up top and slow all over the park. We've got what we've deserved. The balance isn't right in midfield. We're too lightweight. Now, why is that, do you think, Anthony? Certain player missing, perhaps? Need two up top. Lafay's wasted in deep, lying playmaker role. Needs to be further up the pitch. Slow trying to pass around too much on the pitch. A lot of Sunderland fans basically are literally saying Sunderland literally trying to just pass it around all over the pitch and they're hoofing up forward. Like I say, well, we haven't got Granit Xhaka. Our passes are just going astray. They're not effective. It is worrying that the fact that we're relying on Xhaka all the time.
Studded wellies. Good afternoon, David Knight. Studded wellies on for the second half. Yeah, SAFC Jolie. Yeah, I think we might just see Isidore on in the second half, to be honest.
We need a bit of Izzy Wizzy. Let's get busy.
Yep.
I mean, you can't really judge this and then the Premier League form, can you? Because I mean, it's just universes apart. You can't.
Absolutely, mate.
I mean, some Sunderland fans have said, look, in reality, if we do get through this next round, are we really going to win the FA Cup this year when the likes of Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool and all that are still in it?
It's unlikely, but it's the FA Cup. And, you know, the thing about the FA Cup is it's a knockout competition. And unlike the Champions League, which is a knockout league, you know, the FA Cup's still a knockout competition. Anybody can win on the day. Team puts in a bad performance and the opposition puts in a good performance. You end up, you know, you lose the game. Somebody who's not expected to go on and wins. It's happened before. We've done it before.
Oh, dear me. That's why we love the FA Cup.
Yeah, if you think about it like that, we've got four of our normal first team playing today.
David Knight, get the beast on in the second half. Do a better job. My good friend Harry from Pallion Road days. We should be wanting to win every game and every competition. Just ask all the travelling supporters. I know if only the players and management think the same. It's just such a shame, isn't it? Not same with being good. We haven't. We've been poor enough to make me want a beer. Every dog has its day. My good friend Andy, next round you got about as much chance of getting your cable in the right HDMI socket. Hey, Andy, for goodness sake. It is in the right socket. It still is in the right socket. I know. That tickles you, that, doesn't it, Rob? Anyway, Andy, my good fellow, hope you're well, fella. It was unlikely we're going to win the FA Cup in 73, so that argument is just daft, says Rico. Nobody gave us a chance in 73, and Leeds were a top team then. Jacker
Yeah,
on,
I like-
Isidore on, 2 up front. Mac and Mike, we will still win this.
Yep. No,
Probably.
totally agree with Rico and Colin. Yeah, nobody gave us a chance in 73. And Leeds were the Arsenal / Man City of the day. They were one of the biggest. They were definitely, if not the biggest, they were one of the biggest teams in the old First Division, and one of the better teams in Europe at the time. And we all know what happened.
I'm just looking at Port Vale's goal against absolutely shocking defending, man.
You've been on the Carlsberg, Mac and Mike? Probably.
Dear. Tony says, hopefully this is a wake-up call. We are awful. Port Vale are playing like a team with naught to lose. They're relaxed. Rig, Meander and Talby off. Non-existent for 45 minutes from them. As much as I think Isidore's garbage, he could be the game winner today. If they shut us out for long periods of the second half, panic will set in. Xhaka on to start pulling the strings. I still don't think he'll bring Xhaka on yet at half-time. I think he's still going to wait for 70-odd minutes or so.
Yeah, highly likely. Because what they don't want is they do not want Xhaka to turn his ankle on that pitch. It looks
Well,
like
yeah.
a farm field, so...
It does, Yeah, Mac and Mike says nobody give us a chance in the Prem either. Where's your HDMI, says Revo. Ha ha. Bobby Charlton believed we could win the FA Cup, says Harry. Glenn says, need to stop stressing. Second half, we will come out with more intent. But I tell you what, if Port Vale come out and get a second goal, it's a different game. It is a different game. If they get a second goal, then I'm not too sure. Port Vale's stamina will drop. But the thing is, though, right, I don't think we've actually made Port Vale work that hard. Especially in the defence, they've had naught to do. And that's the thing. We've not played the style of football, so Port Vale's chased the game. It's an odd one. Mackham says he wouldn't risk Xhaka, and Harry also says we hit the post in the opening minutes. We can win this.
Yeah.
Reese says, I think we will still win, but when we have 10 players missing, I'm not judging us on it. 8 injuries and 2 suspensions is a lot.
Just give me a sec. I'm just going to find out what happened to the hairy one.
Kevin Phillips apparently on TNT says Elborg smiling after Luke O'Nine's pass back. It wasn't a laughing matter. He should be turning around and having a right go at the team. That's a good point, Rob, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And that just shows you about 0 F's given about today. Do you know what I mean? That's a mentality that he's turning around and he finds that funny. You know, I'm sure if that was a Premier League game, it'd be a different story. I don't know what was possessed O'Nine. Like he obviously he didn't look up. He just assumed that the keeper was on his line. He must have done.
Is that Stuart? Did you come up to
Hello,
say
bounty
Stuart?
hunter. You need to give us some luck, Bounty. You need to give us some luck. Yeah, Port Vale started with full of confidence, says Colin, because after beating Bristol City, and of course, you know, they were a lot higher up than what Port Vale are. Harry says on a lighter note, Cabby, the weather is lovely and sunny here with a temperature of 7 degrees. I guess no snow then, Harry.
That's quite tropical.
In
Harry.
Estonia, that is, yeah. It has been a dry weekend here. It was sunny. It was a lovely sunny day on Saturday, but it was cold. But it was dry. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing, Reece. You take your teams off, and who's going to replace them? And Jamie says, "What's going on?" It's the FA Cup. It's no surprise. It is no surprise at all. Has Fulham gone out? Have they lost?
Yeah, Fulham got beat 1-0 off Southampton. Ross Stewart scored a penalty in the 91st minute.
Some fans are saying if we're kind of beat Port Vale, what chance have we ever got winning the FA Cup in the future? I says, well, I know, but that's different, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
I'm reading some stuff on social media as well. Philip says, typical first season syndrome in the Premier League. That comes priority to staying up. Zero shites given about the FA Cup. Different story if we were an established top 6, top 7 Premier League team. I don't know what you think of that, but
yeah, he's. As you can see, I've lost. Well, I'm sitting on the edge of his chair.
it's a long half-time interval, isn't it? When you're 1-0 down, you're eager to get it back to normal.
Yeah, he's fine. He's settled in nicely into the new house. He knows where the garden is. He likes going out for his walks. But he spends as much time as he can in the garden. Just runs out, lies down on the lawn, and just sits there.
Philip Scott, 09 is hopeless and shouldn't play for the club again. That's obviously someone spamming.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're giving 09 some grief, man, honest to God.
They said this about 09 on Wednesday.
Well, yeah, I can't believe, yeah.
He was a man of the match, for God's sake.
Can't believe 09's playing. Thanks for the subscriber, by the way, thank you. Can't believe 09's playing, that's us.
No, Rebo, Seaham as opposed to Seaburn, just a little bit further down the coast.
So what are you expecting from the second half then, Rob?
An improvement is probably the easiest way to describe it. I expect us to come out and try.
He says he's a good player, but not great for the club. Gertrude is a clown. We should have sold him to Liverpool. Yeah, we wanted to keep him as well, didn't we? Harry says, had to be a Newcastle fan who scored the goal for Port Vale. This will be a bitter pill to swallow if we get beat, in light of all the crap we will get from Newcastle supporters. Harry, I just laugh at it, mate. I just laugh at it. They've had their fair shares of teams coming to St James's Park. What was that team from 2 leagues below them that beat them at St James's Park in the Cup? Was that like a Macclesfield or something, wasn't it? Or a Huddersfield or something like that?
Yeah.
It happens all over.
All right, another race. Yeah. Seaham. We lived in Seaham from...
Let's hope, Harry.
From 88 to 2003 when work took me overseas. And we've been away from Seaham since 2003. And we've come back and it's like all gentrified and they've spent a fortune on the seafront.
From the kickoff.
A little resort these days.
You'd expect him to play with a little bit more.
So yeah, quite happy to be back up north.
They're all in this corner. Look at them. 22
Bolton's just over the hill. Yeah, literally. I mean,
no space. Lefay nods it
just
through
over the top of Cock Hill.
He taps it away under challenge from Wayne, and it gets to Talby, who shoots over the bar, but look, have a go. No harm. Elborg applauding the attempt, standing in the middle of the Sunderland half the way to our left. Melker Elborg in orange. The Port Vale keeper, Joe Gauci, in green with a fluorescent pink stripe down the side of his shirt and shorts. Elborg in goal for Sunderland, Herr Trauder.
It's up to us,
Ballard,
Beaconsfield. It's up to us,
Alderete
mate.
and O'Nien, Angulo, Diarra, Rigg, Lefay and Mienda is the starting 11. No changes made by Sunderland, but the change made at the back by Port Vale, who are trying to get forwards down the left.
Phil
wing
McCracken,
here.
yeah, good, as long as he
Liam
doesn't bend over in the shower.
And Ojo.
Yeah, he plays
High ball
alongside
played
Ben
up,
Doon,
which
doesn't
is
he?
headed away by Alderete. And then Lefay nodding a ball back down to Luke O'Nien. And so eventually a throw
His mate
to
Chalky
honest,
McHugh.
Sunderland on
Yeah,
the
to be honest,
left, just
Reece,
inside
I
the
haven't even
Sunderland
been down
half.
to the marina.
Long ball
I used to
hurled
work
down
on a
the
boat
touchline. Mienda's chasing it
in my
into the
spare
corner.
time
But
out of the
Magloire's
old
gone
harbour,
with him, and
which
it's a
is now the
corner to
marina.
Sunderland.
There's no
First
doubt
corner,
about it. The
second
Sunderland
half,
fans
first
want
corner
FA Cup success. Like, you can
to
hear them in the
Sunderland
ground
in the
today.
second
They
half,
do,
and
they
the
do.
fourth
I mean-
of the game for Sunderland. Lefay's going to take this in front of the Sunderland fans. A lot of bodies in the penalty area, 2 Sunderland players still outside it. Lefay
that's a
curls
foul,
it in, there's
referee,
enough
that's a
pushing, the
foul.
keeper's punched the ball out. O'Nien's headed it back in again, the keeper couldn't get hold of it. Diarra's ball is headed off the line, comes back in, and the keeper
he
gets his
saved
body
it.
behind it. Mienda's shot. Mienda's
Good
having a
afternoon,
word
Philip.
with the referee. Presumably VAR will
Here's to a
look at
better
whatever was
second
happening
half.
in
You
the
think
box.
Rigg would be chomping at the bit to have a good performance. They're just getting stifled out. It
keeper
takes a team
kicks.
effort, Philip. It really does.
Up to Alderete to
Yeah,
head
good
away.
point, Colin.
Trauder
Well
hooking
made.
it on. Headed away
Not
again
allowed
by
to
Connor
swear.
Hall. Drops to Rigg. He plays one up over the top, looking for Mienda to try and get away from Kyle John, who seemed to be holding him back. And the referee
He's
has given the
stopping
free
him from
kick
running.
to Kyle John and Port Vale. So incident early on. Referee having a word with
How would you feel
Diarra, I
if
think
Port Vale got a
explaining
second early
this
on then, Rob? Do you think that's a
decision.
chance has gone, or do you think we're still in it?
Trying to block.
We'd still have a
Mienda's
chance,
run,
but
isn't
it would be very difficult.
The referee then has given the free kick to Port Vale. The goalkeeper's going to take this.
They definitely need to put their ideas
3
up
minutes.
somewhat.
Into
A long
the
time when we reach the
3.5
fifth
minutes
round.
into the second half.
Must be 10 years plus, surely.
Gauci on loan from Villa.
Oh, yeah.
Onto the head of Ballard. Strong header forwards. Magloire gets the ball out though to Gordon on this left-hand side, looking for Dejon Brown, who
It's going to
shoves
be a Google
Ballard
job. I
over.
can't, the
And
brain's
then the referee's let play go
non-functioning.
on. It would have been a free kick, but he's allowed Sunderland the advantage. And it's played out to O'Nien on the left-hand side. Gauci in goal for Port Vale. And now a back three of John, Magloire and Hall. Midfield of Gabriel, Walters, Ojo and Gordon. A front three of Archer, Wayne and Brown in the middle. Dejon Brown, who had a spell on loan from Derby County at Gateshead. He's on loan here from Derby County. And is that a free kick
Talby.
for a foul on Talby? This line,
Granite
right on the
chapter.
touchline on the left on the
Oh, no
halfway
subs have
line.
come on, have they, Rob?
We're in the 50th
No,
minute.
no, it's way too early.
Talby
70
being
minutes.
helped up. Sunderland really need to get back in this game sooner rather than later. O'Nien's going to take the free kick.
Yeah, Man City
Taps
came
it
back from a goal
short
down
to
last night,
Lefay.
so can we, says Harry.
Lefay now drives it through to Rigg. Blocked though by Magloire. It's come back to Ballard on halfway. Forwards to Angulo
We're
on
only
this
playing
right-hand
Newcastle,
side.
though.
Inside to Diarra. Back to Ballard, who rolls it back to
They weren't really
Elborg.
tested, John, were they?
Brown goes to close him down.
Last time we
Played
were
out
in the
to
5th round of the
Ballard,
FA
up to
Cup was against
Diarra
Bradford
again.
in
And he's
14-15.
played it just
Not
short
but
to
10 years
Angulo
ago,
on the
2014,
touchline.
2015.
What's the
Not
referee
going that far
indicating
back.
there?
He does a
Ref-
foul.
We
Jason
got to the
Breeze is trying to
6th round of the
indicate it was a
quarterfinals
foul.
against Hull
Referee
in
Anthony Taylor's had none of it.
13-14.
Eventually all the way back
And
to
Everton
Gauci, the
in
goalkeeper.
11-12.
Big kick upfield. Alderete goes strongly into the back of Brown, puts him off. The ball drops for O'Nien. Another
Yes, Colin, the more
long
S.
ball
Housley
played
will
down
go
the
on, the
left
more
wing.
it stays
Talby
this as the
has
game
to
goes
hold
on.
off Gabriel, but it's played out to Walters.
Not getting anything.
The thing is, I mean, even if Xhaka came on, has he got the experience of playing lower league teams like this? It's funny, isn't it, how it works?
On the Sunderland right, halfway inside the Port Vale half. Herr with the throw. Back to
Some fans have said we would have been better off
52nd
playing
minute.
our Premier League team than a lower league
BBC
team.
Radio Newcastle and BBC Sounds. Port Vale still
Let's
lead.
just see what happens.
1-0. Alderete to Ballard to Herr as the winners win £225,000 today. The losers get nothing. Ballard forwards again, lifting it up towards Bienda.
Oh, you've got to do
Easily
better.
whipped off his foot by Gordon, who turns it out into midfield.
Oh, that's a
And
foul.
a foul by Ojo on Diarra. Right side of central midfield.
Get Talby off now. Stop swearing, says
Lefay
Colin.
will take the free kick.
Revo says, so what is a good cup run
Anthony
for us
Taylor
if we haven't
applies
got
the
this far
spray.
since then? Yes,
Referee
it's Port Vale,
all
but
in
keep the
black
faith.
this afternoon. Port Vale push out to the 18-yard line. Sprays applied a couple of yards outside the penalty area in front of Dejon Brown, Ben Wayne, Gabriel and Archer. Tiara jogs back to join Lefay and O'Nien for a quick word. And
The standard of football is terrible. How can we drag down to
the
this level,
left
says
of
Harry?
trio is Chris Rigg.
Yeah.
Diarra rejoins his teammates at the edge of the penalty area.
Do you think it's just
Lefay's
because of the
right
fact
arm
we're just
raised
we're not
momentarily,
used to playing
chips
this
the ball into the
style? Or
box,
what is it?
Mienda's header
It
will drop
probably
away
is.
wide.
I mean, you know, we were a couple of seasons ago,
Goal
but
kick to
now
Port
we're not.
Vale, who lead 1-0.
He's in no rush to goalkeeper.
Good
Home
afternoon,
to
Sean.
Bradford City on Wednesday night, Port Vale. Everybody
Hey, Philip, you want to have a look at some of the older clips
grouping around
back in the
the
70s, then
centre
you'll know
circle
what
to
bad
this near
pitches are.
side.
There's not a great blade of
Gauci,
grass on some of them.
6'4", the Australian on loan from Aston Villa.
Look at Hereford when they beat Newcastle. We're only Radford.
Halfway line.
The
And
state of that pitch, my
Ballard
God.
puts his head
Tractors,
to it, but
tractors
it'll drop to
field's been
Gabriel.
ploughed with that.
Talby goes with him on the far side. Gabriel, signed from Blackpool this summer, plays it back to McGlaw, who plays it up now towards Dejon Brown. Holds it up.
Who's going to win,
Behind
says
him
Chipper.
is Wayne, but it's whipped off him by Enzo Lefay.
Oh, that's a
He's
free kick.
fouled,
That's got to be a booking.
and it's a booking for Wayne. He joins Brown in Anthony Taylor's book for that challenge in the 54th minute.
They have. That's the trouble, Harry. You
Having
just,
a
you just have to turn up.
afterwards, Benno. Plenty to talk about for you at the moment.
Yeah, I think
of course
that
depends,
sums it up, Harry.
dependent on extra time, and
Oh, it's
penalties.
Port Vale. We just need to turn up. We'll win.
the ball goes out for a throw to
Think
A
again.
long throw.
Sunderland on the
Luke
right
O'Nien.
here,
That's right.
which Luke O'Nien's coming down to take, and Gulo drops the ball.
I bet Sunderland to win 100k pack rupee.
Be able to give us a call.
Yeah.
0800 234
What's that convert
6565.
into? Something like £1.22? I don't know.
Drop us a message. Text us on 81333, put BBC at the front of your message. O'Nien then with this long throw for Sunderland. Hangs in the air, and some holding on Ballard. I thought he was being pulled back, but nothing given. Ballard doesn't object.
What is worrying is the
Ball's
fact
back
like
with
we
the
haven't even
goalkeeper.
troubled their keeper
Caught that
at all,
comfortably.
really.
Kicks long.
Nothing. I mean, we
now
hit the
it's
post,
between
yeah, but
Dejon
apart
Brown
from
and
that,
Lefay, and
nothing.
Brown spins Lefay off the ball.
Oh,
Ball comes back and he's given the free kick
£266.93
to Port Vale.
is the answer to that question, Cabby.
This is about a
Hey?
third of the way inside the Sunderland half on the right side of
£266.93.
midfield.
I wonder if we see.
oh, well, it's not bad, is it? I wouldn't
Andre
say no to
Gray's
that.
coming on for
No,
Port Vale, the Jamaican international forward.
Ref's been lenient at Port Vale, says Revo. Not in this half of the
Waiting to
season,
come
says
on at the
Robin.
touchline. I wonder if Dejon Brown will be the
It just looks too easy for
player who
Vale
replaces
at the
that
back.
seems to be
Well,
the
we're not
general
doing anything, are we?
thinking. Archer over the free kick.
Concentration here on this free kick, Nick.
Gabriel just jogging around the back of him. Ethan Archer then on loan from Luton with the free kick for Port Vale. Drives it into the penalty area straight at Elborg, who falls gratefully to his knees with the ball firmly clutched to his chest. Rolls it to Alderete. Andre Gray still
Would you be
waiting to
surprised, Rob, if
come
this is
on
our
with
mentality? It's like, oh,
experienced
I'm the
player,
last.
34
Not
years
bothered
old,
if you're Cup Premier
signed in
League's
January.
priority. I mean, people
Like
say,
what-
well,
No,
we're safe, we're safe. Why do we look at the Premier League as
Alderete.
priority now? Because we are
George
safe.
Hall
But mathematically,
It
some
was-
fan says, well,
looks
we're
like
not
he's
safe.
gonna possibly come
We,
on as well.
we're,
We have
I
two
think
balls
we're
on the
safe
pitch.
in the
Oh,
Premier
As
League.
Meyenda
You know,
now
I
trying
think
to
we've
win the
been
ball on
safe
the
for
goal line,
several
but it's
weeks in the
behind by
Premier
Gabriel
League,
for a
to be
corner.
honest.
So
Whether
double
they are
switch
actually
being
going to
made
target finishing
by
8th, 7th,
John Brady.
if they can, in the Premier League.
Still waiting to come
We
on,
had this
the pair
same
of them.
thing last season
George Hall
when
and
we knew we
Andre
were
Gray.
in the playoffs. We knew we weren't.
We
gonna
did.
finish
Fay from the
anything
left
lower
with
than,
this
lower than 4th.
corner kick.
Was there any point in
57th
trying?
minute.
And for 5
Swings
games, we lost
in.
5 off the
Ojo
belt.
heads it out to the
Worst
edge
form
of the D.
of any team
Brown
going
heads
into
it
the
on,
playoffs.
trying to get away is Archer,
And,
but O'Nien's there to cover. Diarra's in front of him, but he
it
gives the ball
was
away. He plays it
down
off
to the
Archer
fact
for a
that
throw.
There was
Substitutions
nothing
being
to play
made
for. They
now.
weren't trying.
And
And
Archer's coming off
to be
for
honest, I
Hall.
think I've said it since round 3. Not really that interested in whether we win the FA Cup. I know it sounds bad, but
And
to me the FA Cup was
Brown is the player being
seriously
replaced by Gray. Straight swaps.
devalued many years ago when the FA allowed Man United to
He
miss
did
it.
have half an opportunity. Dejan Brown in the first half, but he
for
stabbed
the
the ball
World
past the
Cup.
foot of the post. So Andre Gray now is his
so-
replacement.
You know,
Began his
I
career,
just
the
think
34-year-old
they're not
Wolves.
putting that much effort in
Here's
because they
Lefay.
don't particularly
Back
want to
to
go
Ballard
on
on the halfway line.
another, you know,
Inside to Alderete
another 3 games
Alderete
this season.
in the blue and white of Sunderland.
Somewhat, isn't there?
Plays a ball up into the penalty area. Connor Hall heads it in the air. Across comes McGlaw. It drops for Angulo off his
Colin
head.
says, Cabby, see this
Angulo now
winning
right
end,
side of the
ending
penalty,
1-1.
plays it back to
Alas, says on my
Schroeder,
predictions with Tinsel the
who's trying
Turkey,
to get
0-0 in
away
penalties.
from George Hall.
Yeah.
Plays it into Diarra to the goal line. Just kept it in, has he? The assistant doesn't know what to do. He's given the corner.
Carl O'Neill, but in games like this, he never
He's
gives up
undecided
hope.
for a moment.
He doesn't, says
But
Harry.
he's given the corner, and Chris Rigg coming down to
This
take
is
in
shocking,
front
says
of the
David Surtees.
Sunderland fans. We're in the 58th minute.
Sean
just
says,
about
I've
half an hour
said the
left
last
to
3
play.
games I saw the
Port
system's
Vale
changed.
Still lead by a goal to nil.
Good corner,
And
quality.
Schroeder's up in the
So
6-yard
he's
box.
fouling
There's
him,
a
he's
lot of
fouling him.
there's a lot of jostling going on. The referee's
Ref.
paused play. He's having a word. He's pulled out Ballard and Connor Hall, but now he's allowing play to go on. Rigg with the corner, a bit deep, and
I
Ballard
always
heads
thought,
it
I was
behind.
just going to say, I always thought they had to wait until
Stumbling
full
away,
time to swap
falling
shirts.
backwards,
Regal.
balance.
You've got to say,
I was trying to
better
say to the
than that.
referee his shirt was being tugged, but nothing's going to be.
Well,
given as
so
a
far
result
there's
of
no
that.
sign of
59th
Sunderland
minute,
stepping up,
Port
is
Vale
there?
1, Sunderland 0.
Yeah.
I just think that you need to get Wilson Isidore on, just freshen things up, maybe play with 2 up front, do something.
It was a shocking corner.
And Andre Gray played in the 2019 FA Cup final.
Boys, look,
for
says same
Watford
thing like
against
Chelsea yesterday. I
Manchester
think
City.
all these matches are
Told
bored.
he was experienced. He's been around the block.
Jamaican international, isn't
He
he?
is 13 caps, 3 goals. Meyenda now trying to get through, but there are 2 defenders in front of him. Connor Hall puts his hands behind his back, and the ball rolls out for a Sunderland throw over on the far side.
To be fair, says
1-0
Philip, reaching the
Port Vale
quarter-finals and getting a
into
big
the
draw away
final
would probably
half an
pay for
hour.
Port Vale season and then some. That seems to give them
Luke
more
O'Nien's gonna
impetuous
take
to fight
another
harder.
long
Where
throw.
others
totally
we seem
agree.
asleep. Yeah.
Their cup final
They're keeping 3 back
today,
out because
one
Port
of them.
Vale are keeping a couple of players out.
They
O'Nien hurls
You know, where
it
they
in
are.
again. It drops here now.
Oh, you've
for-
gotta-
well,
gotta
they're trying to
finish
get
it.
it
And the
clear.
amount of
Rick's
money
trying to get a foot on
that's
the end of
available at the
it. It's
bottom
going
of
to be
League
Walters
One.
who brings it out along the
Exactly.
goal
Is-
line and
It's a penalty,
passes it
man.
out
You know,
to
It's
Andre
they could
Gray.
pay
And
for a
Andre
full
Gray
season of
kicks this
football.
one, looking for George Hall's run. George Hall against Troud. Out comes Elbow. Oh, he's caught George Hall at
On
the edge of the
box,
penalty
innit?
area.
Edge of the box.
Right on the edge of the
So you've got
penalty area. George
Gary
Hall
Bennett
taken
screaming
down
Sunderland
by
should have had a
Yellow
penalty
card.
the other side.
It's all going off. It's all over the place.
Have we got
Showed
VAR
the
today or
yellow
not?
card.
Yes.
George
Just
Hall was
ran.
away there.
I tell you what, though,
Came from
Port Vale still look the dangerous going forward, Rob.
ball into the penalty
Yeah.
area with a long throw.
Elborg was very,
Wow.
very lucky not to
He
get
was
the red there.
inches away from giving away a penalty there, Elborg. But mentioned how Port Vale kept a couple
Adam
of players
says
out.
this 11 should be enough to beat the League Two side. Should be, but it's all mental, Adam. It's how
And
much
now
they
have
want
a
it
free
up here.
kick right on the edge of the penalty box.
They haven't got VAR, they've got Jim. GYM. on the scoreboards.
So Port Vale, who lead.
That would have been a
1-0,
sending off, you know, for
free kick.
Yeah.
Melborg if he'd
Right
had been
on the
running
edge of the
straight
Sunderland
towards
penalty
goal.
area to the
But
right
because
of
he
the
was
D.
running away at an angle, that's how he's got away with that.
Melker Elborg shown the yellow card,
Melke Elborg's complaining, but he can't complain with that.
and they're checking for possible red card. Denial of goal scoring opportunity.
There's no chance that's a red card. He was running away from goal.
Even looking at
Port Vale fans, now he's having to come across Anthony Taylor to the. There's another yellow card, that's for John Brady.
So Gary Bennett was screaming about a penalty. It should have been a penalty
No
at the
red
other
card.
end.
no red card.
That's the decision.
Of course, it's not a red
No-
card.
no
He's
red
running
card,
away
no
from goal. He's
penalty,
running towards the corner
nothing,
flag.
But we've got to make sure we don't concede.
Yes. So no deny. He was going wide. I mean, George Hall was going wide.
Definitely not a red card, that. No
I
chance.
assume that's why that was the decision. But it is a free kick.
Concentration here.
George Hall.
We're on the
Ben
back
Waine
foot here,
over
Rob.
the
Like, we're
ball
just
for
look,
Port
we're
Vale.
right on the back foot and under pressure here. Like,
It's getting a bit feverish.
He needs
here.
to
It just
freshen
doesn't-
it up on the field.
there just doesn't seem to be anywhere
As
back for Sunderland.
Elborg now
I mean,
to get
it's only
back.
1-0
Four in
against
the
the League
wall.
One side and all, but
And plenty of Port Vale players in the penalty area. Is George Hall into the wall, comes back to him, he gets it back into the wall, they stab it out, Riggs stabs it out, but Liam Gordon's there on halfway and will play it back to the goalkeeper. The referee's pulled play back here,
What
and I'm not
What's he
sure
pulled it
what that was for. Free kick to Sunderland in the centre of the Sunderland half. 63rd minute, Port Vale, bottom of League One, lead.
at the moment,
Premier
only
League
one team going to
Sunderland,
get another goal, and that's
1-0.
Vale. Good God, we are awful, says Chris
Alderete.
online.
We're going to get
well-
opportunity, Nick. We're going to get at least 2 opportunities. You've got to take.
But they've got to take
We'll
it.
have to go take one.
Here's Talby on the left. Swings it across
the
into
ball
the middle,
away
but
again,
George Hall
Talby.
gets there. Now it's broken for Herr Trauder in the centre circle. To
This
Lefay,
11 that's on, they might as well
closed
get
down
back
by
on the bus and let
Walters.
the under-21s
Herr
play,
Trauder
get a bit
again
more
to
effort.
Ballard. Ballard looking for the run of Mienda or Angulo, turned away by Port Vale. Another throw to Sunderland on the right. Trauder will take this. Diarra hands in the ball. 64th minute, 1-0
Think-
Port Vale lead. BBC Radio Newcastle, BBC
No, I
Sounds.
think you're right,
Back it
Harry. It
goes
was
to
four
Ballard
seasons ago now.
inside to Alderete. And Alderete, there's plenty of blue shirts forwards of him, but Port Vale everybody back. Looks for Angulo. Down the right
Go on,
side
go
of
at
the
him.
Port Vale penalty
Go at
area,
him.
almost on the goal line. Defender in front of him, stabs it away, rolls out for a throw, off Gordon, a foot away from the corner flag on the right-hand side. Luke O'Nien jogging down to take yet another long throw for Sunderland.
Ballard's having a word with the referee.
At
to
what point
keep
do you
your eye
get
open.
concerned, Rob, in the game? It's still 1-0.
65th minute.
90 minutes.
Luke O'Nien with the throw. Sunderland having to
90
keep
minutes.
a couple of
Or
players back
90
out in
minutes.
midfield
Depends
because
if it's
Port
the
Vale
Leeds
are doing
game,
likewise.
102 minutes.
In comes the throw.
is when you get
It's nodded
concerned.
down onto the head of Ballard, headed away by George Hall.
We should be
Ballard
able to
gets a push,
score.
but the referee just waves it away. And Wayne looking for the break here on the right-hand side into the Sunderland half, but it rolls harmlessly in the end into
They're going to get a second here, Rob,
from Andre Gray,
the way things are going.
who made
Yeah.
that run down the right.
They're
I
up
think
for
it was
this.
a hint, for my mind, offside, but flag stayed down. The ball's back with Elborg, out to Ballard, now Alderete. And there's a real threat from Port Vale on the counter
On the
attack.
counter attack.
Yep.
We've got to react to the second ball in the
I agree,
the
Reece.
opposition's
When the
box. We
final
haven't done
whistle
that.
blows, that's when you start panicking.
Ballard to
Been too
Diarra
easy.
on the halfway line. Now drops for Liam Gordon. Plays it straight to Ballard again. Andre Gray was on his shoulder. Ballard to Lefay in the middle. Lefay in the centre circle. Picking out Talby down the left wing. Dribbling at Ben Waine in front of him. Scorer of the only goal so far. Talby back into Herr Trauder. On now to Diarra. Right corner of the penalty area. Into the middle to Herr Trauder again, and now Lefay O'Nien looking for Talby. McGlaw's gone with him. Talby plays it back here to O'Nien. O'Nien back to Lefay.
Put it in the box.
Lefay down the left again to Talby. Looks to cross. Here is the cross. Diarra will stretch. No, he doesn't even attempt to.
There we go. That's how we're attacking to a T. A big side from Gary. Nothing.
Tell you what,
Lead 1-0.
we haven't been good enough around that 18-yard box, Nick.
No quality in there, is there?
No,
Absolute zero quality.
you know, look at how many opportunities have we created. None.
Isidore is,
Haven't been good enough anywhere on the
I
pitch.
think, being ready.
Mr.
Isidore's going to come
Bennett.
on for Sunderland.
Yeah.
Just something a little bit different.
I mean, is Isidore
on
really
for
going to make
maybe
a
Talby
difference
or
the way he's
somebody,
been this
or
season
even
so
Rick.
far?
You don't think it'll come on from Meander?
No.
Thanks for the
You've gotta go
subscriber,
for it.
thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't do
67th
didn't do
minute.
nothing at
Got
all
nothing
against
to lose,
Oxford,
Nick.
did he?
Got to try a way to get back into the game.
The tie. So the substitution is imminent. Sunderland trailing 1-0 on this gloomy afternoon in more than one respect for Sunderland. Here's Angulo trying to get through. There's a bit of a battle which Walters wins. The ball breaks though for Talby. Comes back to Ballard in the centre circle. Isidore's out. And here's Hertrauder on the right. Taps it back to Ballard. And Ballard now closed down by George Hall. Plays it to Alderete. Swings it down the left wing. Looking for the run of Lefay. Lefay, a run into the box from O'Nien. Lefay's still trying to get it in past Gabriel. And it's off the Port Vale midfielder for a corner to Sunderland.
He's going to make it now.
Isidore's coming on for Talby, you're right. 68th minute. Talby comes off then. Isidore. Will he
He's
play
playing
off
for
the
his
left?
future, says Harry. I just don't
Yeah.
think
Change the
Wilson's
formation.
going to make
I
one
think he might
difference
put
whatsoever.
Rig out wide left.
If there's
Yeah,
one player that
Isidore
has zero F's
alongside
given at the minute,
Islander.
it's Isidore, isn't it? He's just lost interest totally.
So it's going to be a 7th Sunderland
Goal
corner.
before 75 minutes, says
Lefay
Andy.
at the
We have
left,
nothing up
below
front,
the
says
big
Steve. And Philip says,
electronic
time to see if there's
screen,
anything.
which
He
shows
says, till the
1-0
end
to
mentality
Port
left.
Vale. Lefay curls this in. It's headed
Oh.
over by Ballard.
Oh, there
from
we
6
go.
yards.
That's how it's.
Couldn't keep it down. And that's another goal kick to Port Vale. 68 minutes played.
Yeah, Angula's gone to the left. Riggs come to the right.
Bottom of the league says. Bottom of League One says
Time
Lewis.
running out.
A place for the
Joe
quarter
Gauci
final, and they
places
turn
the
up in a
ball in the
performance
right
like this.
corner of
Time to change it,
6-yard
Regis.
box. The players all gravitate towards the right
Would agree.
wing, and the ball swept down that right side by Gauci. Alderete has his eye on it, but so does O'Nien. Drops back for Lefay. Lefay to Hertrauder in the middle, out to the right to Chris Rigg, and Rigg now closed down by Gordon, who tries
This doesn't
to
bring
block
him
his
much
run.
confidence when Isidore comes on,
back
does it?
to Ballard.
Yeah.
Ballard in the centre circle. To his right to Diarra. Sunderland in blue and white. Rigg from Diarra down the right. Takes it onto
Put
his
it in.
left and looks to play this into
No,
the
too
box.
much,
Looking for
is it?
Angulo. Oh, it's tipped over. Angulo's header. Tipped over from the angle.
Good
Another
ball in by
Sunderland
Chris Rigg.
corner.
Made the keeper do something for the first time in this match, Rob.
Bit more
Yeah.
positive from
And somebody,
Sunderland now.
I think was it
Diarra
Harry?
is looking
I
back
think
at
said
the dugout. There's a few words being
he would like to say
exchanged,
Angulo
shouted
scored
across
because
the
he's
instructions.
trying.
Make sure you don't
Lefay
get
with
Yeah,
the
it was
corner
Harry.
again.
Yeah.
Make sure we don't get caught and
It
break.
took 70 odd minutes to pull a save off.
Ballard just
Oh, he's
over.
missed. Corner.
Another corner. Did the keeper then get a fingertip to it?
He must have got a
Took
touch.
70 odd
It
minutes
looked to me like it was clean over, but it
to make that
looks like
keeper
Gauci
work.
Must have got a touch to that. It's another Sunderland corner. Rigg's going to take this one on the right-hand side. Played nearly 70 minutes.
Good
Port
delivery.
Vale leading 1-0.
Come on.
Rigg then with his left.
Too
Is
mu-
it too
too
deep?
much,
It's
too
gone towards the far post, headed back in behind Trouder. Headed out by Gabriel. O'Nien puts it back in. It bounces through to the keeper. Who's
Too easy
kicked
for them.
this upfield because he knows Andre Gray's looking to break on Lefay, but
Oh,
Angulo's
foul.
come back and heads the ball away.
Oh, it's
And
a
then
foul.
Rigg fouls Ojo.
Foul.
Elbow in his back.
Seriously, get Rig off.
Silly.
Bring Rig off,
It's a
man.
free kick
Yeah.
to Port Vale. Keeper's down.
Down again.
The Port Vale keeper, and one can't help but think this is a bid to slow everything down again, break up the play.
Simon says we're not getting an equaliser here.
It works, and every team's doing it.
It's amazing how the clock goes down quick when you're losing like this, doesn't it?
You know
It
what?
does. It
You know
does.
what it is, Nick? Earlier on in the season, the same thing happened, and the referee told the keeper to get up, and that's what he's got to do. There's nothing wrong with him.
You just don't know, do you?
How you doing, mate? How you doing? Are you well? HY? Can't spell the rest of your name.
Anthony Taylor's walking back to
We're getting closer, says
the
Harry.
keeper sitting in the penalty area with 2 physios with him.
Come on,
Both
hit
teams
the
have come
thumbs
down
up,
to the
please.
dugouts
Let's
to
get to
get
100 likes. Thank you very much.
Coached, if you like.
And subscribe to the channel if you
Referee's
are
got to the
new.
keeper, he's up on his
Thank
feet
you.
now.
Most want to tell him stop going down.
So everyone having to come back on field. Not that they've literally got off field, but they're all down by the technical areas.
How would you look on this result, Nick, if it doesn't go our way?
Well, I just think Port Vale have deserved it so far. They've been the team for the appetite with it. I think the first half, Port Vale had a greater appetite for the game than Sunderland did.
Yep. Sums it up.
What's that?
Port Vale have deserved.
And now we're in a
This so
situation,
far.
what's the referee going to do here? So Liam Gordon is going to take free kick down the left wing to George Hall, who's taking on Rigg, and now Hall goes down, but no foul, since Anthony Taylor was right behind him, and Elborg kicks the ball to Alderete. 73rd minute, we're going to have a few minutes added on, without question, for that stoppage alone. Here's O'Nien, but Port Vale lead 1-0. Back it comes to O'Nien.
That's bad, Beaconsfield.
Under pressure
That's bad.
from Wayne. Plays it back all the way to Elborg in his orange at the edge of the area. Passes it out to Alderete again. Alderete down the line to Lefay. And Lefay back to Alderete. Wouldn't be the first time Sunderland left it late in recent years in the FA Cup. I remember at Shrewsbury Town.
The thing is, though, it didn't
Luke
even look
O'Nien
like
scoring
scoring,
in the
that's the
last
thing.
minute. But here's Ballard to Rigg to Diarra. Diarra looking for the run of Mienda. Mienda now down the right, and John puts his foot through it, puts it
he's given
behind,
a
it's
goal
claimed the goal kick, and the referee and the assistant have both given the goal kick. There's Gauci strolls back to the corner of his 6-yard box. 1-0 Port Vale lead, 74th minute. Players towards this touchline. Gauci with the kick. Floats, spins up and towards Ballard. He gets a foot to it. Drops though for Reece Walters, then Wayne. And now Walters and Ballard compete for it. Ojo, the loose ball.
This
hangs
brings
in the
back
air.
memories of
Alderete heads it away
bad
from George
seasons in
Hall.
League One,
Up
doesn't it?
goes Rigg.
does,
Up
doesn't
went
it?
Ojo. It's through to Mienda. And now Isidore trying to thread it through for Diarra, but Gordon's got in front of him.
Free
But
kick,
the ball,
free
the
kick.
play's been pulled back for fouls on
Barcodes everywhere.
Isidore
Let them
and
come in.
Mienda.
It supports the channel. It's good for the channel.
Both
Let
pick
them do it.
themselves up, and the free
I'm
kick
not bothered.
just inside the Port Vale half.
They lost yesterday. I'm really not
Vale
asked
on the,
about at all.
Threshold,
The 5,000 maggots can come in if they want.
And there's 3,110 from Sunderland.
To be fair, there's no pushovers in football, says Harry. These days, all teams have excellent physios, nutritionists, trainers, etc. Where the hell are our wingers today, says Bong. Talby was asleep.
Keeper came out, couldn't get on the end of it, and now it's over on the left-hand side with Angulo. Angulo in the corner, one back though by Gabriel. Angulo's trying to stick with him, and it's a free kick to Port Vale. So, a quarter of an hour or so to go. The League One team leading 1-0.
I tell you what, Port Vale again. If any Premier League team will run for the money, won't they? If they get the next round, if they go through.
Goalkeeper is
If they
going
get a
across
home
to
game,
take
yeah.
the
Yeah.
free
That
kick
pitch is a
for
bit of a leveler,
the
shall we
home
say.
team. Into the 76th minute.
Which is not a good description of that pitch.
To do something.
You will bring Jacker on soon, I think.
Is a long one, but it'll roll back to Alderete. Inside to Lefay. Lefay now turning into the middle of his own half, taking it on up towards the halfway line. Enzo Lefay, Riggs calling for it on the right wing. It's gone left to Luke O'Nien. Lifts one down the left wing, headed away by McGlaw from Isidore. Then one back by Angulo, and he's handled it.
There's another side from Gary Bennett. That's all we've heard all day.
He's trying to claim it was his shoulder.
The psiometer's been pretty high today, like Rob, when we go forward.
They are. And out comes Joe Gauci, the goalkeeper, to take it. Everybody on that half of the field. Gauci with the kick.
Memories of Yeovil Town, says Harry, all those years ago. Beaconsfield, he's warming up on the sidelines. They were knocked out into cups by Manchester.
Comes down again as a melee, really.
I wonder who you're talking about there, Colin.
In the end on Diarra. It's a free kick to Sunderland, just behind the centre circle.
It says can't count, says Omni, says can't count games on one hand where it's been encouraging to watch.
Sunderland need to score to force it, if not into extra time, at least give themselves a chance. Is Isidore trying to push it through, but behind Angulo, and allowed to roll behind for a goal kick to Port Vale.
Lacking quality.
I don't think Port Vale will get an easier game so far.
That sums up our afternoon,
Well,
isn't
the
it?
problem is that Port Vale were given something to hold on to when Wayne scored, and they've done so.
Well, we was lazy in the first 45 minutes,
Yeah.
Nick.
I think we're going out, Rob. I can't see anything on social media. This is one of the worst performances in a few years, this, even if it's a massive. If we pull this back, it's been embarrassing. Is it embarrassing, Rob, or is it just a typical FA Cup tie?
It's embarrassing for Sunderland fans.
Andre Gray to Liam Gordon. It's a bit of an
However, you know, we've said it from the beginning of the game. It's Port Vale's FA Cup final. You know, it's the biggest game they've had in years.
Throw on the left. Certainly been played with a bit more gusto in this second half. And Liam Gordon, international with Guyana, will take the throw.
As a business, not bothered as much, but for the fans, highly cheesed off.
Yeah.
Zooming in on the Sunderland fans, they look fed up, they're chewing the nails, they look agitated.
Diarra tries to play it forwards, plays it off the back of
They want this. The Sunderland fans want this.
It's a throw to Sunderland.
It's a pity they couldn't transfer some of that positive mental energy onto the pitch.
Lefay now into the middle to Luke O'Nien.
I'm learning,
wide
Colin.
to
I'm
Angulo,
learning.
closed down by Gabriel. Angulo back behind him to O'Nien, just inside the Sunderland half. Back again to Alderete. And Alderete looks up, swings it out, looking for Rigg. Rigg tries to get the header on it, drops towards the touchline.
Massively shows Beaconsfield, massively.
Lays it off to Lefay. Lefay into the box, and now
Yeah, that sums it up. Sums it up. Neil Stewart, good point there, mate.
1-0 still. We have played 79 minutes.
Getting closer.
Port Vale
Neil Stewart, yeah.
from the 28th
Interesting in
minute.
the
clock
let's get carried away
is
show
ticking
on
down
Wednesday night.
Sunderland's FA Cup.
We had a long discussion about Spurs, and I'll tell you something. I honestly think Spurs are going to go down this season. Forest and West Ham are used to scrapping for points.
Ball spins up to the
Tottenham are
halfway line.
And
Alderete gets a powerful
I
header
just
on it,
can't see them
but it'll be
picking up
headed away
too
by
many
McGlaw.
more
It's gonna come
points
down
this
for
season.
Angulo,
I think they will go down. I honestly do.
referees given Sunderland
And you're
a free
right, they
kick.
will have the biggest stadium
challenge
outside
on
the Premier League.
Angulo.
Full stop.
Luke O'Nien's going to take this. Alderete's going forwards. Lefay's stayed back on the shoulder of Andre Gray. The substitution's
Colin's
gonna be
optimistic
made.
there.
Gordon being replaced by Eli Campbell, who's on loan from Everton.
Fingers crossed, Colin.
If we were going, Colin, we
So
could
the
play another week and we'd not
substitution
bloody score.
Now with 10 minutes or so to play. Eli Campbell, Evertonian defender, on loan.
Yeah, and Sunderland are going to make another substitution. Is that Alexic?
It is Xhaka is going to come on. I don't think it's something they wanted to do, but their hand has been forced. Here's the free kick, up towards the edge of the area. Connor Hall heads it away.
Don't foul.
Alderetti's on his shoulder. It looked like a hand then, but it's not being given. And the ball in the air, it's gone out, has it? No, it hasn't gone out. And the ball drops at Diarra's feet. He's closed down by Reece Walters, back behind him to Rigg. And Rigg tries to play it forwards and does to Diarra. Diarra is a strong challenge by Ojo on the fade, but no foul. And it's played through to George Hall. Diarra's having to get back. George Hall.
He's good at football, Beaconsfield.
It's a corner.
On his
And what
terms.
a timely challenge
Picks
that
the
was
ball
from
up, runs
Luke
away with
O'Brien.
it, won't give it back.
Good challenge that.
Because George Hall was in again for Port Vale. Xhaka waiting to come on here. Corner on the left though for Port Vale. George Hall is going to take it. Cannot afford to concede a second here, Sunderland.
Yeah,
82nd minute. Port Vale, they've kept 4 players back of the penalty area in midfield, taking no chances on the Sunderland counter-attack. George Hall then with this corner on the left. He's happy to take his time.
Talisman Xhaka will lift us and we'll equalise. We haven't got much time, Harry.
Keeping a close eye on all the bodies inside the penalty area, most of them in the 6-yard
Oh
box.
dear.
And the ball goes straight into the side
Made a
netting.
substitution now.
So the substitution is Rigg is coming off for Xhaka.
Rigg, I don't think, done a thing, has he?
So 7 minutes of the 90. Xhaka comes on.
That's a good swap.
Sunderland are trailing 1-0. We're live on BBC Radio Newcastle.
Can't see an
BBC
equaliser
Sounds.
coming. Rob, it's just,
We'll have
just
a
haven't
phone
looked
in
like
if
it
this
our
has ended in
game.
90 minutes. 0800 234 6565. You can text us on 81333. Put BBC at the start of your message or WhatsApp.
I've had that
us on
referee from Leeds will be 15 minutes added on at full time.
321 again, putting BBC
Even
at
Bounty's
the start
bored
of
with
your
this game,
message. Here's
Gabby.
Xhaka.
Yeah?
Just inside the
Even
Port Vale half.
Bounty's
Leaves
bored
it
with
to
this game.
Oh, telling you.
Finds Hertrauder now down the right to Diarra of the penalty area, and Diarra trying to come in past Campbell, sweeps the ball behind. In fact, it's going to go out for a throw on the far side if it hasn't already gone
It's not
behind
gone
the goal
out.
line.
What's he
Waiting
doing?
for Port Vale to run out of
Didn't go
steam.
out.
The thing is, though,
Already indicated goal
they've not
kick.
even had to put in a massive effort, Port Vale, either.
They had
That's a
They've just,
strange
we've
one.
just literally just not even turned up.
2 balls on
We
the
haven't
pitch.
even made Port Vale work hard. That's the worrying thing, Rob,
Goalkeeper,
today.
There's a ball boy on the
No.
far side, just sits back down on his
Exactly.
stool, and Joe
Have we
Gauci
kept
goes
all the
across
possession?
on
Have
it.
we made
Suspect
Port
he's
Vale
happy to
chase
do
after
so,
the
just
ball?
has wasted
No.
a few seconds. Lobs the ball behind. Goal kick then in the 84th minute now for Port Vale, who lead 1-0.
We'll get one more chance, Nick.
Well, they have to
You're
take
being
it.
hopeful, Gary.
Correct.
There's a major upset on the cards here. Port Vale away, 6 minutes away from creating it, plus whatever time is added on by Anthony Taylor. Now another bundle melee, but the ball allowed to roll and play go on from Anthony Taylor. It's come back to Gabriel on the touchline on the far side for a Port Vale throw. 85th minute now. McLaw's left to take the throw, is he? Picks the ball up. The big centre half, signed from
Let Vale have the next round. They've deserved
in
it.
January.
Yep.
Longish throw, headed on by Gabriel. It should come back here behind for a goal kick. Elborg grabs the ball off a cone, kicks the ball short to
Come on.
Ballard.
Get in your
Sunderland
chair.
have got to get it up the other end. Ballard bringing this out now. 85th minute. The players can see the time on the big screen in the corner. O'Nien on the far
in your
side,
chair.
just in the Port Vale half. Forwards
There
to
you go.
Angulo. Angulo back to
There you go.
Lefay. And
There you
Lefay
go. Kick it.
back again to
Kick it.
Alderetti. Alderetti on halfway, left of the centre circle. Threads one through
Well,
over the
too
top
long,
for
too
Angulo,
straight.
but it runs behind.
2 straight.
Another goal kick to Port Vale.
There you
So look, we haven't been creative enough, have we?
No,
We haven't
the
created.
finals looking a long way away at the minute.
Yeah.
Port Vale, less than 5 minutes plus time away from a place in the quarterfinals of the FA
There's no
Cup
way we're
for the
scoring
first
today,
time
Rob.
since 1954.
Absolute no
Ball
chance in a month of
floats up
Sundays,
over the
mate.
halfway line. Headed
Yeah.
on, but back to
No
Alderete.
chance.
He tidies up back to Elborg, who passes
They're going to
it
play a
out to
scruffy Port Vale now. They're going to get a lot of throw-ins. They're going to get a lot of free kicks.
And it's not a case of the
Yep.
wrong team.
They're just
it's
not going to
the
let
wrong
us
team, really, that
get any
They'll
chances
waste
at all.
time.
Regis Lebris
Yep.
could have played unless he was prepared to start Xhaka, which I think was a gamble he wasn't prepared to make on this pitch. But Xhaka now plays it to Ballard.
Even Bounty's
And
bored.
Ballard back to
L12.
Xhaka.
Aye.
And really, in all honesty, it should have
He's
too much
facing
for a
the
team
floor.
at the bottom of League One.
Of course, yeah.
Angulo. Gabriel in front of him. Back inside to Enzo Lefebvre.
Alderetti's gone up.
And now Ballard. Closed down by Gray. Gets it to Hertrauder. Back to Ballard. Ballard behind him is Xhaka. Xhaka to Hertrauder again. They're moving it around a bit quicker now. Hertrauder back to Xhaka. Xhaka down on his swept past Diarra.
See what I mean? Every time we've gone forward, you've heard Gary Bennett digging that.
The races.
Every time.
87th minute. Grant Ward's going to come on now for Port Vale. He's coming on for Ben Way. Scorer of what could be a very momentous goal, Ben Way. Of course, great story for the newspapers. The Newcastle United
Absolutely,
fan
Reebok.
who
Kick
scores
out me
what
chair.
at the moment looks like it could well be the winner against Sunderland. On comes
Not far
Grant
wrong,
Ward, the
Ben's
31-year-old
That was going to happen,
former
Rob.
Tottenham,
Yeah.
Ipswich and Blackpool midfield.
I think Sunderland fans deep down inside were just thinking, easy win today. Because they're all worse, ain't
to
it?
help Port Vale avoid relegation. And we're in the 88th minute. Ojo tries to get the ball forward. Xhaka heads it back onto halfway. Diarra has made a run forwards, and so is Mienda. The ball from Hertrauder, though, is going to be cleared. It's hanging in the air, the clearance. Out. No, has gone out. Hertrauder with the throw into Lefebvre. 88th minute, Port Vale leading 1-0. Here's Xhaka, just inside the Port Vale half, on the right of the centre circle, looking for Angulo. Takes it on his chest. Gabriel closes him down. Behind him's O'Nien. O'Nien onto Angulo again, trying to turn it up into the penalty area. A chase for Lefebvre, but Walters has got in front of him. The ball goes behind for a goal kick.
It's
Enzo
just too
Lefebvre
easy for
places
them
the ball
when we're
on
going
the corner
forward.
of the 6-yard box.
Absolutely too easy.
And Joe Gauci.
Gary Bennett says 10 minutes ago we'll get another chance. Where is it?
Port
I
Vale,
didn't say it would be a good
minutes
chance.
away from a place in
Yeah.
the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. 89th minute.
3 minutes added on, I reckon.
Gauci with the kick.
Yeah.
Drives this up over the halfway line. O'Nien knocks it onto
Sometimes
Angulo, heads it
Kingfisher,
back to Lefebvre,
sometimes.
plays it back to Alderete inside his own half. Short pass on to Lefebvre. Lefebvre, Walters in front of him, plays it across to Xhaka. Xhaka now into the centre circle. Xhaka rolls it to Diarra. Diarra looks to play it to Hertrauder down the right of the penalty area. Blue shirts trying to get in the box. It comes back to Xhaka. Curls one in towards the far post, just over. Another goal kick to Port Vale.
Be interesting to see how much time he's going to put on.
Well, there's a couple of minutes at least for the
This is absolutely
stoppage when the
shocking,
keeper
like
went down
absolutely
earlier in the half.
disgusting.
So he put 4
Substitutions
minutes.
as well. You've got to be at least a minimum of 4. You'd have
Feels
thought.
funny for the fans gone down there because they've just absolutely offered nothing.
Jordan Gabriel awarded man of the match. From a Port Vale perspective, you can't really hand it to anybody in a blue shirt, can you? Port Vale lead 1-0. We're in the last minute of the 90.
And
The
even
ball
then, I'm not
floats up
quite convinced
onto the
we'd
head
be
of Andre
successful.
Gray, comes back
Bettonsdale.
onto the halfway line. Angulo trying to get it through to Mienda, laying it
Oh, you've got
off
to do
straight
better.
to Campbell,
He's got to do better.
who's happy to drive it into the stand. 5 seconds of the 90
Trouble is, it
left. How
makes
much
you
have we
really
added
bitter
on?
considering it's
Port
been a
Vale leading
fantastic
1-0.
season for
It's
Sunderland.
back with Elborg.
Yeah.
6 minutes of added time. So we're into those 6 minutes. Alderete bringing this forwards into the Port Vale half.
get in
6
the box.
minutes more
Angulo wide
embarrassing.
on the left-hand side. Angulo in front of Gabriel, trying to get round it. He can't, and he fouls
You've got to get it in the
Gabriel.
box.
It's a free kick to Port Vale, 30 seconds into the minimum 6 minutes.
It's a waste of time having Ballard and Alderete up top if you're not going to put.
Enough to know what Regis Labril said. We weren't connected.
Gabriel cramped,
Yeah.
stretches his legs. Joe Gauci goes across to take the free kick for Port Vale.
It's nice watching an upset with you and you, but when it's your own team.
As we play added time at the end of the game, and Port Vale, bottom of League One, leads Sunderland 1-0.
Colin's away. He doesn't have much faith. See you later, Colin.
Andre Gray trying to nod it down. There's appeals for a free kick,
silly.
which they win for handball.
Cheers, Colin.
Silly.
Port Vale free kick. 92nd minute.
But I tell you, Port Vale are just going to get free kick after free
Will
kick.
take the free kick. Port Vale
Yep.
keep 4 players back on halfway. Meyenda's the only one up for Sunderland. And the League One team on the cusp of creating a bit more FA Cup history here. Gabriel takes it into the corner. Alderetti's trying to get the ball off him. So's Lefay.
No
The ball does
appetite
come out,
whatsoever.
and there's a long, hard look from Anthony Taylor as there's a free kick there. Nothing given at the moment, and it's fallen for Gray, and his shot just past the foot of the post.
Nearly scored a
He
second.
could have wrapped it up then, Andre Gray.
That just shows you how much we wanted, isn't it?
Ball across the face of Elborg and behind. Elborg takes a quick goal kick. 2 minutes of the minimum 6 played. O'Nien bringing the ball out for Sunderland. Long ball, hoofed upfield, looking for Ballard. Gets his head on it and
got to
foot
react.
on it from Connor Hall. Headed back by Lefay. In the air from Ojo. Down from Isidore. Ballard trying to get it through to Hertrauder in the penalty area. He goes down, but there's no foul. Comes out to Lefay. He shoots well over.
Okay. Just blow the whistle, ref.
Sunderland's afternoon, that shot.
Another goal kick.
Baz has just said it's gone very quiet on the Newcastle.
In the
Sunderland,
93rd minute, Port Vale lead 1-0.
channel.
Jordan Gabriel.
I've been here many times before.
is walking in
Many
off.
times.
He's
I've
only got
witnessed it.
minutes to see out for the League One team.
Tell you what, we haven't been good enough. It's as simple as that.
No. So Gauci with
Port
the
Vale singing we're going to
goal kick
Wembley.
again.
I doubt it, but best of
93
luck. It means a lot
minutes
to them,
played,
doesn't it?
3 minutes minimum left.
Does?
George
Huge.
Hall heads it over Xhaka. Xhaka plays it back to Elborg.
Hey, anything
Nearly
Newcastle can
closed
do,
down
we
by
can do
George
better.
Hall, plays it out to O'Nien. Back to Elborg, drives this up to the halfway line. Pushing the back of Ballard, but it falls to Angulo. Angulo on the left-hand side. Wide to Alderete. Alderete, McGlaw with him, trying to get past the big centre-half. Alderete stabs it back inside. Runs back onto it to Lefay. Lefay trying to keep hold of possession but loses out. Ojo on the possible break for George Hall. Gets in front of Diarra. Diarra gets in front of him.
So Port
Into
Vale's on the
corner of
attack.
the penalty area. They
That
both
shows how
go
much we're
down.
chasing the
ball
game, doesn't
rolls
it?
Behind
Yeah.
for the goal kick to Sunderland. 94 minutes has been played. Port Vale 1, Sunderland 0. There are 2 minutes minimum left. The ball was Xhaka to O'Nien.
Yeah, okay.
O'Nien drives this up now towards Ballard. Headed down into
He's
the penalty
offside.
area. Campbell will get the ball here for Port Vale and dig it out. Back
Yeah.
up to the halfway line.
You're
Brought
right,
down
Harry.
by Diarra. One back by Andre Gray. Into the middle here to Walters. Walters trying to get past Lefay. Pushes the ball on wide here. A chase on the far side. But Grant Ward will be beaten to it.
It's all Port Vale.
Ball put out for a
What does that
throw
tell you?
to Port Vale on the
Last
far
in injury
side.
time, and it's all Port Vale.
Yeah.
Sunderland back having to defend.
We're defending.
Everybody bar Alderete inside the Sunderland half, and he's on the halfway line. Bar, of course, the Port Vale goalkeeper. McGlaw comes forwards to take the throw for Port Vale. 95 minutes has been played. There's a minimum of a minute left, and Port Vale lead 1-0. The throw down into the corner, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. And this is a last opportunity for Sunderland to get the ball upfield and try and save this FA Cup tie. It's taken short to Xhaka, out to Lefay. Lefay back to
Wasn't
09.
unlucky.
09 now
but
drives the ball
he just
upfield.
not played very
Ballard
well.
makes a run.
Simple
Ballard
as
heads
that.
it back down, but straight to Ojo. And he tries to get back on the end of it, Ballard. It comes back to Xhaka. Xhaka down the right here now to
Good cross.
Diarra. Diarra needs to put a good ball in, but it's straight to
terrible.
Walters. Walters plays it to Ojo. Hooks it over his head and out for a throw to Sunderland. 15 seconds of the minimum 6 minutes left. 09
Let's
is gonna
all laugh
take
at
a
the
long
Mackham, says
throw.
Andy. Yeah, because the
There are
Newcastle and
seconds
Sunderland have
left
done fantastic
for
this year in the
minimum
cup.
6 minutes.
We can laugh at each
53,
other.
54, 55,
Yep.
56. The throw into the penalty area, headed out by Campbell. It will go. No, the full-time whistle's blown. Port Vale.
Oh, for God's sake. There's only Sunderland can dig at the Sunderland way, isn't there? Eh?
That's it. Game over.
I'm phoning radio total sport now, like. I'm going to rip into them here. God's sake. That's embarrassing, like, for the fans. It really, really is.
Yep. Sums it up, mate. Embarrassing. I would like to say it was a surprise, but not. I thought we'd win 3-0. We didn't turn up. Simple as that.
Didn't turn up? Can't have highs without lows. Considering how we felt on
Nope.
Tuesday.
That's very true, mate. That's very true. Not quite the word I would use, Beaconsfield. Fun, perhaps not, but
I can't say I ain't surprised, to be honest with you. We did the
Nah.
same as you, Lee. No, we didn't. Oh, man. Absolutely, we've got to give Port Vale some credit. They simply wanted the next round. We didn't. I went for defeat, to be honest, says Nicola.
yeah, that's a good summary, Simon. That's a very good summary.
Back in a sec.
Cheers, Kingfisher. Was it not the 5th round, Beaconsfield? Same as us, strangely. Cheers, David. Oh, I don't think that's going to happen, David. Yeah, have a good run, Kevin.
Oh, dear me. Can I get through to BBC Radio Newcastle? The switchboard must be going absolutely mental. All the fans trying to ring up.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
Oh, for God's sake. At least the FA Cup's gone now.
Let's just hope Port Vale get a nice away draw against Arsenal or Man City in the next round. That'll make their season
Thanks for the subscriber.
financially.
After a play like that, the players should donate their wages to charity. Turn your sound on, it's all gone extremely quiet. No, we can take it, Chris. It's your turn next, mate. Yeah. We can take it. We can take it. Look, I'm going to say well done to Port Vale.
Yeah.
And very
They
best of
wanted
luck
it.
to them. And I hope they go far, and I'll be wanting them to do well if they get a Premier League club next season. Next season, next round. They deserved it. Mentality. Oh dear. Captain Black, you were beaten by League One. Love NUFC. You're welcome. Well, thanks very much for popping in the channel, mate.
Yeah.
Nah, it's not quite over here, Chris. Far from it. Far from it.
Yeah. Totally agree with your SAFC 99. We do need a striker or two.
Oh well. Look, I'm not gonna. Someone says there's a headlines. James Copley says that's the first time this season I felt real anger at this group's levels. Too many coasted through that. Massive opportunity missed to reach the quarters. I don't know. Sunderland FC News and Banter says, one of those days we have been the underdog many times, beating Premier League teams. A really hard result to swallow. The lads were simply not up for it, perhaps switched off after securing safety, who knows. But we haven't secured safety though, that's the thing. Mathematically we haven't. He says, but was the performance acceptable? But I'm not going to let it ruin what's been an absolute great return to the top flight. And I think that is massively important as well, because it has been a superb performance. It has been a superb season for Sunderland. The FA Cup is a bonus. I think a fair response from the club would be to refund our away supporters. One bad result, I can easily forget about the season we've had. But a great gesture from the club would be refund our supporters. I'm far from going to let it spoil, which has been a fantastic season. We're still in the season. Oh, I need to... Oh,
Yeah, good point, Harry. Yeah. He's done his Newcastle credentials the world of good today, hasn't he?
Oh, dear me. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Who's Leeds got today?
They have got Norwich in
Norwich.
about an hour and a quarter. An hour, sorry. Yeah, half 4 kick-off, Leeds Norwich.
That's fine, mate. Oh, absolutely, in such an enthusiastic manner, yeah. Oh, cheers. Thanks, mate. Well, first caller on TalkSport. I'm going to put me on mute if you want to have a banter, mate.
Yep, not a problem, not a problem. I would agree, Peter Harvey. Maybe we should have played the under-21s today. Some interesting comments. Some interesting comments. Yeah, beaten by a League One team. Yeah, happens. Shit. I mean, what was it? Non-league teams beating Newcastle in the FA Cup. Or should we not mention that? Perhaps. Because nobody forgets that, of course, do we? Thing is, Captain Black, we never went away. You know, we've put up with some crap over the last few years. Never went away. Simple as that. I wasn't going to, Chris. I wasn't going to, but I could. But I won't. Cheers, Chris. And yes, David, I would be cheering on the Smog Monsters again today as well. Nice to see them get up into the Premier League so we can have 2 derbies a year. Not that Newcastle class Middlesbrough as a derby because they reckon it's too far away. I would not necessarily disagree with you, Rico. There didn't seem to be any intent today. Probably the same odds they gave us of staying up this season, David, to be honest. And guess what? They were wrong.